Hello everybody. Is this good? What is up? Good to see some people in the chat already. Want to say hello to Kaboom, Mr. Smile Mask, Main, Sam Vidler. Thank you guys for your comments. Yeah. And hello everybody. Welcome to another YouTube stream. Sounding good. That's perfect. Excellent. So it's been a while since I streamed. I will admit my last stream didn't go so well. I was pretty negative in that stream, but I haven't even watched it. Honestly, I can't even remember how I acted there. But I'm not too proud of it. But yeah. Today I thought I would do a more of an educational stream because I did say that I wanted to do more of this, and I have been trying to make normal videos, but for some reason, if it's the creativeness in me has like disappeared, I'm not too sure what's going on there, but it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel the same. It kind of feels forced. So I thought I'd just do this live. I know there's a lot of IG players out there, people who really excited to play this race and really want to like get to know it more. So like I just felt like I could just do this live stream here and hopefully help you guys learn how to play. Yes, long time no see indeed. So I'm actually going to quickly pull up my notes here. So, oh, I can't do that actually because crap. It's all good. I'll end up covering the chat box. I didn't actually think this through properly. What if I put it up here? Try to put it up here. Yeah, sure. Maybe that works. Okay. Sweet. So there's a few things like I wanted to go over, and I'll bring them up on the screen here. So I guess to do it, I'll have to open sorry guys, just bear with me here. I had this all planned out, but obviously still some little things here and there to iron out. Alright, so okay, so I've made some little text boxes to put up on the screen, and I mean, if anybody wants to chapter the video afterwards, you're welcome to do that. But yeah, let's just jump into it, I guess. So the way it's going to go is I'm going to talk about strengths and weaknesses of the race. Then I'm going to talk about core mechanics. And then I'm going to go into the race breakdown. So I'm going to go through every single unit, building, and technology you could do for the race. And then I'm going to go over some strategies and tips to learn to, yeah, good strategies that you can play in like multiplayer that can win you games, I guess. And then finally I'll talk about the opening. So this is going to be like a kind of more focused on 1v1s, but you can obviously take the knowledge from this stream and then use it in team games as well. So yeah, that's how it's going to be going, guys. And if possible, I could try do some live games as well as IG afterwards, but we'll see how that goes. And maybe before all of that, I'll just give a quick intro as well. So, to anyone just joining, hello, welcome. Today we are going to be going through Imperial Guard as a race. Now, if you've always wanted to play this race, this will be the video for you. If you're still a beginner and maybe you're losing a lot or you're not quite sure what you're doing wrong, definitely just watch this video. Hopefully it'll help clear things up for you, right? Okay, without further ado, let's just get into the strengths and weaknesses of Imperial Guard. I'll just like make a game. Strengths and weaknesses. Just like a for like background, I guess. Okay, here we go. Strengths and weaknesses of Imperial Guard. So, the strengths of Imperial Guard, first of all, let's bring up the old notes as I usually do. Strengths. Imperial Guard, very, very strong in their late game, right? That's the whole point of the race, is to get to late game. That's not to say that their like early game and mid game is weak. They're actually like mid game Imperial Guard is actually not too bad. But their late game is super strong and very hard to deal with. Arguably the strongest late game, I want to say. You know, when you think of all the tier 3 units that IG has, Cassicans, Ogrins, Assassin, Baneblade, Lehman Russ, they're extremely powerful, right? So, so that's one of their first strengths. Yes, Anth's Hobby Channel, welcome to the stream. Baneblade, probably not the best, one of the best. It's up there. I think there is stronger. What else did I say? They have strength in numbers as well. So like guardsman spam with all the heavy weapons, very powerful, like powerful force to deal with there. And plus they have all the little commanders that just like kind of yeah, you can tell like when I explain this stuff live, I usually have to edit a lot when when I get to the, but the commanders, they complement. That's the word I'm trying to. They complement well with the overall attack force of the guardsmen, and yeah, guardsmen go from being weak, like weakest like units to like super duper strong, right? And then you have the global resources. Like the globals are cheaper than other races. In particular, the power one, which is 150 requisition and 50 power. So that one's very important to like get early because it'll boost your power generation like earlier on, and you really need that with Imperial Guard because obviously pretty power hungry race, next to Necrons, I would say. They need that power for all their vehicles, and they do have some of the best vehicles in the game too. So that would be the strengths of Imperial Guard. Strong late game. Guardsmen become stronger with commanders attached and stuff, and cheaper resources, cheaper global researchers. Yeah, I may have missed some stuff, but those are the main things that stick out to me. Now let's go over some weaknesses. So Imperial Guard are very bad at mobility early game, and that kind of sucks a little bit. But so the reason why I say that is because most units in their tier 1 early game have jump units, and those jump units also like assault marines, for example, they even move fast just because of jetpacks. They just hover along the ground, whatever. Seraphims are another one, you know, really mobile unit. Elder have fleet of foot, right? Dark Elder, they're just fast in general. Orcs have Storm Boys, so etc, so on and so forth. Guardsmen, what do they have? They have bunkering, or like moving between buildings, but I don't call that like reliable mobility, because when you try to like transfer them between buildings, there's like a 5-second delay, and if you're already in the middle of doing something really like APM heavy, sometimes you even forget about that, because it's like you have to like transfer them, wait that 5 seconds, oh wait, shit, I'm being attacked, I have to focus on this thing first, and then once that's resolved, you're like, oh, that's right, my guys were in this building all along, I better get them out quick. So it's not really reliable. You've got to kind of have a good memory, which I definitely don't have, so I messed that up quite a bit. It is handy, not gonna lie. It is definitely handy. It is something, but it's not as reliable as those other races, I would say. So that's their problem. Tier 1 is their mobility. You can get caught out very quickly. Like if a guard squad is out on the field, nowhere near a building or anything, and he gets caught off guard, like you have to run or those guardsmen will die. I guess their mobility does get good when their morale breaks because they run faster. But that's only after like some units have died or they've taken damage, and you don't really want that. So bad mobility early game. So their units, next point is like their units in general are quite fragile. Oh hey, especially guardsman squads. Guardsman squads just die to anything, like really easily as well. So you've really got to try to keep them alive as much as you can. What else? Imperial Guard also has pretty unreliable detection early game as well. So the only detection they have is the Psyker on the command squad. And also, they do have the long range scanner, but that's only if you build a Tactica control, which you won't be doing often unless you're in team games and you go for the Tactica first. But other than that, pretty poor detection possibilities, right? And plus, the command squad can't be in two places at once as well. If there's like infiltrated units all over the map, the command squad can only be in one of those places. So yeah, that's a bit of a weakness, I would, in my opinion. Long range scanner is good, but same thing. It just reveals one part of the map, right? So like if you like try to detect stealth suits, they can just jump away and then they're safe again. So it's not very reliable. It is nice to use it to like check out what your opponent's doing, but that's not really that doesn't have to do with like detection. So yeah, that's like a whole different other strategy. So yeah, there's that. And then also what's another weakness? Anti-vehicle solutions. The Imperial Guard kind of suck with like dealing with vehicles. Their only real reliable solution is the, what's it called? Sentinels. Sentinels are good. They're fast. They do decent damage. However, they're super fragile, right? So it doesn't take much to kill a Sentinel. Their other solution to dealing with anti-vehicle is heavy weapons teams with las cannons, and then finally heavy bolter turrets with missile launchers. That like kind of in the tier 2 mid game. Hello Andreas Walliser, welcome. That in their middle game at least is their only reliable anti-vehicle solution. So you know, when you're up against like Wraithlord spam, you're kind of screwed because Wraithlords are both anti-vehicle and anti-infantry, so that's really hard to deal with as IG. But also, if you do build like a bunch of turrets and upgrade them with missile launchers, then that's a little bit more reliable. But then again, that's only if you're being attacked, right? If you're gonna attack, it's a lot harder to deal with enemy vehicles. Obviously, later on down the line, when you go to tier 3, you get Lehman Russes. Those can deal with vehicles a little bit better. Actually, a lot better. But yeah, that's only further down the line, right? So a little bit tough to deal with vehicles as IG in the early to mid game. So yes. All right, strengths and weaknesses. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, those are my strengths and weaknesses for Imperial Guard. And yeah, if you guys, you know, want to add anything, feel free to type it in chat as well for the other people watching. Cool. Okay, strengths and weaknesses done. Let's now head into core mechanics. Okay, core mechanics of IG here. So the core mechanics of Imperial Guard, like i.e. like what they're made to do, they focus more on defense more than any other race. And I mean like static defense, right? I mean literally you can shoot out of the buildings when you hide inside, and the turrets are also like stronger than and do more damage than all the other races. Maybe inconsistent melee. Yeah, I guess. Like, is that for strengths and weaknesses? Anyway, yeah, Imperial Guard, you're focusing on defense. That should be your one of your priorities. That's not to say that Imperial Guard have crappy offensive capabilities. They're actually like really strong, as I mentioned earlier, with their offense. But defense is where they really specialize, right? So you will be... so it's like the longer the game goes, the more it turns in your favor, because
reporting for duty, sir.
It'll be harder for your opponent to actually break through, get to your base and destroy it. So they're weak early game, but their power scales with tech over time. The terrible morale of the guardsmen,
present and accounted for, sir.
and I think some of these other units have like below average morale, means that you have to make use of your commanders, like your priests, priests and commissars. Basically, you have to make use of those commanders often. So they are like, I think it even says like, what does it say in this description? Fearless leaders that are the backbone of the Imperial Guard. These commanders are literally the backbone of your whole strategy. You need them, absolutely, 100%. Cannot stress enough. So, you have to do the researches as well. The researches that increase morale, health for all your units. Without those, your guys will just die super easily. So make sure you do your researches. Yeah, IG's power will scale over time. So in tier 1, when they are weakest, you must try to fight and gain value and time as much as possible while teching up. So it's not like you're just sitting back, hanging back, relying on your defenses. You also need to be going out, doing damage, and the main point of that is to like buy time while you simultaneously do your tech as well. IG's units all support each other. So I even I make this mistake. Sometimes I just run 2 guardsmen and just fight with that for most of the game.
Sir, yes.
But it is important to understand that all the units like work together to function as like a well-oiled like machine. So you've got your vehicles need to be supporting your infantry. The infantry also need to support the vehicles as well. Both are kind of weak on their own, but when supported together, very hard to stop. As an example, let's see, like Hellhounds can deal with enemy infantry that target your own infantry. Chimeras will protect your guardsmen. So that's super important to understand. That is basically the core mechanics of Imperial Guard. They're all about their defense. Weak early game, strong late game. Bad morale, so you have to make use of your leaders from the field command here, priests and commissars. And yeah, just bunker up, build your tech up, get your damn Baneblade, and just get out there and win the game. So cool. That is basically how Imperial Guard work. Alright, let's now talk about the race breakdown. Is that showing up? There we go. Dan D just brought up a really good point. Base building placement is very interesting. It's very important as well. I think I was going to talk about this in the strategies and tips, but
It's
yes,
my duty to serve.
As you wish.
with
So
guardsmen,
shall it be done.
it's important to understand like where to place your buildings. So I placed the infantry command here. It's better to like place it further out, but it also depends on the map. This map has 2 choke points into your base, so it's better to build your bunkers in the choke points. And it's even better because we've got a point here we can build a listening post later on and just have that bunker next to it. And then you've already got a solid defense here. No need to build a turret. This infantry command will do all the work. So yeah, building placement, super important. Okay. Race, breakdown, units, buildings, tech. So I will start with the Tech Priest, Engine Seer. So this unit is a pretty tanky one. He has Commander Armor, which is the 2nd strongest armor type in the game. I think Demon is the 1st. And he has 310 hit points. So he can take a hit for sure. So he's not as useless as like a Servitor or any of those other units, other builder units. He also has the highest repair speed in the game. So if a building or a vehicle is taking damage, it's very important to get him to start repairing it, because you can buy a lot of time before a building is destroyed just by repairing it. And that can help you. It can actually help you save a lot of your buildings / vehicles this way. So very high repair speed. You can only make 3. You have a limit of 3. So that can be a little bit stressful sometimes. Especially when your workers are spread thin. So just be mindful of that. They can also attack. You can use them to tie up enemy squads and infantry, just to save your guardsmen if you need to. Like if they're being harassed by Dark Reapers, you can just send them in, tie up those Dark Reapers in melee while your guardsmen run away. Like you might lose them for sure, but at least you don't lose entire squads.
You will have it.
So I think that's all there is to say about the Tech Priest Engines here. Very, very strong unit. Very strong for sure. Yeah. And then I guess we have our Guardsman squad next.
By the Emperor, you will have it.
Guardsmen are... Oh, how do you say it? They are made out of paper. They are so fragile. They just... Very, very frustrating to micro early game, because you just don't want them to die because they're so weak. Yeah, when I said like anything will kill them, I wasn't kidding. Like even enough cultists can just kill like guardsmen. You have to really make sure that you're not just suiciding them. In saying that, however, they become super strong once you hit tier 2 and you get your tactical control, and then you're able to equip them with... It's generally a good idea to add grenade launchers to them. Grenade launchers have long range, deal knockback damage, and just do a lot of damage in general. So it's a good idea to... I usually do like 3 grenade launchers, and then once I get weapon specialization, I add 2 plasma guns. I'm just going to say now for the record, weapon specialization is a must for this. What the? Weapon specialization is a must for this faction. I'll talk about it later, but seriously guys, if you're not getting weapon specialization playing IG, that's probably why you're losing a lot. You need this research. It's like the staple for IG. But yeah, so guardsmen, weak at first. Once you add a commissar, they get more morale. I don't know if they get a health boost. They get a health recovery boost, but I'll talk about that later with the commissar. And also a priest. You want at least 1 squad with a commissar and 1 squad with a priest, at the very least. You got all these researchers here. I'll obviously go into them later, but they can buff your guardsmen. And Imperial Guard just have strength in numbers, so make as many guardsmen as you can. I think 4 is like a pretty solid size. 4 squads, all reinforced up and stuff, fully upgraded. That is hard to deal with. So, yeah. That is guardsmen for you. Alright, I will go on to talk about the Commissar now. So, the Commissar, let's just make him real quick. I was very inspired to make this video because I was watching some other tutorials of people trying to explain Imperial Guard. And some of them do, not gonna lie, are kind of a terrible job at doing it. So I'm gonna try to be as thorough as I can here. Not gonna name any names.
Where do you need me?
Right, the Commissar. Commissar is your primary commander. Hey, Judge Dredd, welcome to the stream. Not primary commander, but like he is like your go-to when you make your guardsman squads. You need to make the Commissar early. I'm talking about tier 1, early game. This is very like early game. As soon as you can, make it Commissar. You can attach him to any one of the squads.
Hear me, but follow.
And once attached, you can see he's added 200 morale. Did he add health? Nah, he doesn't add health to the squad. That's fine. But he does add more morale to the squad, so they can last longer in a fight without breaking, which is obviously desirable. But the one thing that I like about him is that he greatly increases the health regen of the squad that he's attached to. It's not like the apothecary or chaplain area of effect heal. He only heals the units of the squad that he's attached to. But it's very fast, honestly. So if you have a squad that's like, let's just imagine some of these bars are on yellow, some are on red. You can detach the Commissar from one squad, attach him to that one, and he will heal up that squad for you. This is a strategy that Aaron Beast showed me that I never even thought about, and I use it now in all my games, and seriously, it is amazing. So I wish I could demonstrate. I could demonstrate the healing regen. And while we move, I'm just going to look at some of the comments. Man, the problem with my IG gameplay is that I sometimes forget to build Tactica because I don't know when I actually need to build it with standard build order. That is a very good point. I'm going to talk about that later. I'll tell you when exactly to build the Tactica control. Hey, Go Hero, what's up, my dude? Holy shit, it's Jagus. In the meantime, I'll just head to tier 2 as well, just before why not.
By the Emperor,
But
it will be done.
Let's see if there are any enemies
Orders
around.
received and understood.
So use the Commissar as like a support unit as well because of the healing. He can heal your squads up to full health. His other extremely handy ability is the Execute. And this abam it, abuse it however you want. It works wonders for your oh, there we go. That gave me a fright, not gonna lie. Okay, so we just got Wailing Doomed. But like, look at this health regen. Look at how quickly their health is being regened. And maybe like a couple, like half a minute maybe, or maybe longer, the health of these guardsmen will be at full. So if you have a squad that's just sitting on with some members on low health, just attach the Commissar to him. He'll heal them for you. Now, maybe the Necron made the Necron player uninstall after spamming Wraith 2. Yeah, that was crazy. Aussie Wargamer. I'm kind of digressing a bit here, guys. I'm just going to answer some comments. I haven't stopped making Dawn of War content. I'm just making educational... I'm going back to my roots. Making educational videos for the people that want to learn these races. Psycho is the funniest. Also, does Commissar morale buff apply to other units around it? No. The Commissar morale buff does not apply to the units around. It just applies to the squad that he's attached to.
I stand ready to serve the Emperor.
What does apply to the other units around him is the Execute. When he executes a squad member, the morale of the squad he's attached to plus any squads around him will have their morale, boom, like full maxed out again. And it'll stay maxed out for, oh, I can't remember how long. Maybe 10 seconds, maybe a little bit less than that. I can't exactly remember. It's a long time anyway.
By the Emperor, you will have it.
And that's a good question, Judge Dredd. Excellent way to segue into this, what I was about to say. Morale is important because when their morale is broken, they do much less damage. I can't remember, accuracy is reduced by a lot. They almost do no damage. But when you execute and bring that morale back up, they're suddenly doing full damage again, and then some. They're doing even more. So execute will also double the firing rate of the units. So they will fire twice as hard than before the execute happened. So that is unbelievably strong. Like, it is crazy what you can pull off with execute. Grenade launchers fire kind of slow. There's a bit of a delay. When you use execute, those grenade launchers are popping off, man. Like, and they do crazy amounts of damage. Insane amounts of damage. So, very useful ability. You spam it when you can. Only downside is it does, like, kill off your squad members. So make sure the squad is, like, reinforced up quite a bit. And that you have, you have targets that you can sacrifice, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, crazy ability. This is why the Commissar is so important. You need him. Try not to attach him to Cassikins, though, because you don't want to be executing Cassikins. Cassikins are just too important units. You don't want to be killing them off. They're expensive as well. So just Guardsmen. The effect of the execute will affect Cassikins if Cassikins are nearby as well. So that also, even the Cassikins will deal double damage as well. So yeah, very, very handy ability to have. Okay, let's talk about Psychers now. Psychers are the only detector unit of the Imperial Guard, and they are useful because of their abilities. Abilities and detection. That's what you need them for. Other than that, I don't really make Psychers, to be honest. I'm talking about these, like, commander units from the field command. Unless I'm against, like, Necrons or even Imperial Guard or Space Marines for their relic unit, the Curse of the Machine Spirits ability can stun those vehicles. So Curse of the Machine Spirits is actually one of Imperial Guard's saving graces. They can use it to stun vehicles, any vehicle, even the relic units I just mentioned. And it has a pretty quick cooldown. I think it's only 30 seconds, so you can use it again and again, and it's very annoying for the enemy. But you can basically freeze his vehicles on the spot and then, like, destroy them easily. So that's a very good ability. Lightning Arc is pretty solid. I can't remember the exact stats, but it does do morale damage as well as, direct damage. And I actually got it wrong. I thought it was the larger the squad, the more damage it will do to each member. But that's not true. The damage actually falls off the larger the squad. It's really powerful when it's used on smaller squads. So just keep that in mind. Lightning Arc does a lot more damage when the squad is smaller. And then there's Strip Soul. This ability is super, super handy. Strip Soul basically just deals a chunk of damage to any singular unit. So it's very useful against commanders. It's also used against builders. So you can sneak into the enemy base. Oh, see a little builder building something. Strip Soul it. It's done. It's done for. Very easy. Just very efficient way to remove builders. Builders obviously are necessary for any players. So even just basically removing one for free is a pretty big win. It's handy to use that if you're being chased or something and you have no time to stop and shoot them. Just Strip Soul, whatever. But ideally, use this against commanders. It takes a huge chunk of their health away. Don't quite remember the exact numbers, but who does anyway? Who really remembers the exact numbers? Okay, let's move on to priests. Okay, exciting. This is perfect. Yeah, me executing the final soul member of Guards was one of the plays of all time. It was the final soul member. It was also the sergeant, which is what made it funnier. The last sergeant in the squad. And I executed him. That was so long ago, but I still remember it. That was hilarious. I wish you a few other guys saw that. Had a good chuckle too. That was funny as hell. So the priest.
Standing ready.
Priest, staple unit of Imperial Guard. If you don't have 3 priests while you're playing Imperial Guard, you're playing them totally wrong. So priests, they add a speed bonus, damage bonus, and a health bonus to any squads they're attached to. That's like 3 bonuses, guys. Why would you not? Why would you not make them? So as you can see, Guardsmen, oh weak, oh I'm so slow, oh crappy mobility, whatever. Alright, now we add the priest. Look at how much faster they run. And like I mentioned, they do more damage. How does the... Okay, they get a minor morale buff. Only a 50 morale buff. And then when we add the priest here, they also get pretty big health buff as well. So that's good. That's good too. So this right here is a good good couple. So you've got one squad with a commissar and one squad with a priest attached. So what this means is if you have, say we have some grenade launchers on this squad, and grenade launchers on this squad too, why not? If we then execute, this squad with the priest attached also feels the effects of execute. So they're doing double damage, plus the damage bonus added on from the priest as well. That's fucking crazy, guys. Like, honestly, I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's crazy. But this can melt squads, even like heavy infantry squads, in like seconds. This combo right here. This is what you need to be doing. So yeah, not much to say about the priest. Gives the health bonus, gives the morale bonus, speed bonus, damage bonus to any squads they're attached to. They also work very well just going solo into enemy bases, attacking listening posts, attacking generators. Very good harass unit. They do good vehicle damage, just damage in general. Priests have very high damage. If we take a look at stats, 168 to 228. That's huge. I think they did update these numbers, right? I'm pretty sure that's accurate now.
Let me preach his name.
So yeah, super insane unit. And also, of course, once you hit tier 3, it unlocks this fanaticism ability, which will make them invincible. They take no damage for, I think, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, something like that. The squad becomes invincible for quite a long amount of time. And you can use that to charge into an enemy force, or you can use it to retreat. It's a very handy ability to have. What else? Oh, hello. Watch these priests mount this Necron Lord in melee. Priests also have high commander damage, if I'm not mistaken. These priests could easily take out this Necron Lord. Necrons are getting bored now, which is pretty ironic. So, yeah. When you get Cassicans and Ogryns, just add the priest to those squads. So usually it'll be like you have one squad of guardsmen with a priest attached, and then the Cassicans, Ogryns, each have a priest attached. So that's all your 3 priests being used up. Cool. Capiche? Alright, let's move on to the next unit. The Assassin. Now, the Assassin is another super useful unit to have, and one that you need to make as well when you hit tier 3. Yeah, never use the priest. No, please use the priest. You need to use the priest. For all the reasons I just said. The Assassin does a lot of damage to commanders. Just one shot. It probably, I think it takes like 2 shots to kill a force commander, for example. Let's go tier 3. And he is also very good for his line of sight, which I think Imperial Guard are a bit lacking. But when you get the Assassin, he's infiltrated. He kind of acts as like the Pathfinder for Imperial Guard. He's got a tremendous like line of sight, so you can use him to scout. You don't have to set him on attack stance. You can just scout around. He's infiltrated. It's fine. And that can help with like acting as a spotter for your Basilisks or the Baneblade or Lehman Russ, whatever. Good stuff, good stuff. But he really shines with his like yeah, damage. He can snipe relic units. I'm talking like Living Saint, Bloodthirster, Greater Narlock, Squiggoth. He does pretty good damage against those. It's like each shot he does is like a strip soul, as if a Psycho was strip souling a commander. It's like, yeah, that's what he does with relic units. And then he can use the scope ability, which I think doubles his damage, if I'm not mistaken. Doubles his range and the damage. So again, very powerful unit to have. Just the only downside is once he's made, you have to research infiltration. It's kind of a requirement. So all up, he kind of costs... He costs 100 requisition, 200 power. So all up, that's about like a 250 to 300 investment just for that unit. So he is quite expensive. You can use him without infiltration, but he's super weak. He'll die. He's very fragile. It doesn't take long to kill him. I also hear his melee attack is really strong for some reason. The pistol that he uses. So, yeah. Hey, Duzzy, what's up, my dude? My boy Jagger's putting out content no matter how much he tries to get away from Dawn War. The universe has it, so he always comes back to it. Thanks, my dude. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen Duzzy's latest video, watch that. It'll shed some light on the situation with the Soulstorm World Championship. But, good to see you, Duzzy. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you on board here. Oh yeah. Oh sorry, I got that wrong. So it's 200 requisition and 100 power. So what's that? 350 and 200 power, which is still very expensive, but you know, it is what it is. I think it's worth the investment. Okay, cool. Let's head on over to the infantry command over here. Excuse me. I'm just going over the units first. Here's our assassin.
Who summons me?
Just to get an idea of like his line of sight. There it is right there. Very, very long.
Tell your men to stay out of my way.
Is that even like longer than frickin' Pathfinders? I don't know. But it's very long. So imagine him infiltrated, then you've got all that range to spot your enemy. Good for Bassies and Lehman, Lehman Russ's Baneblade.
No more, my lord.
Yep, so I'm just going over the units at the moment. Okay, we went over Guardsmen. Let's go over the heavy weapons team now. So, heavy weapons teams are very, very good for static defense. That's what they're used for, but they can also move around, obviously. The range of the default weapon, the heavy bolter, is super duper long. I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's 40, 45, which is about as long as a Fire Warrior upgraded with advanced pulse rifles. So that's obviously pretty huge. Let's just make him here. Yeah, here we go. So mobile unit, when they're running around like this, they're super weak. You have to be careful that they don't get killed while they're not entrenched. But once they entrench, you can see these two blue shields. They get a defense bonus. I think they can then take, it's something like 50% more range damage or something like that. Basically, they become tankier. Once they're entrenched, they can tank a lot more damage. And their heavy bolter has a super long range, so it's used to kind of cover your men while they're fighting or whatever, or your base is being attacked. But it's very anti-infantry, obviously. As I mentioned earlier, the las cannon is the solution to dealing with vehicles. If your opponent is spamming vehicles against you, you have to make the las cannon. Like, just don't even think about it. Make the las cannon. And the las cannon has even longer range. It has 55, which is even longer than Fire Warriors, upgraded with, what's it called? Improved optics, which is the tier 4, not tier 4, tier 3.5? Tier 3.5, one of, yeah, that research, the Koyon research, teachings of Koyon. So they can actually outrange those upgraded Fire Warriors. Yeah, the las cannon is purely specialized for dealing with vehicles. It'll remove vehicles very easily. And then you have the autocannon, which is just like a same range as the las cannon, but it does more damage against heavy infantry, basically anything actually. Like buildings, anything, demons, whatever. It doesn't do as much damage as the las cannon does against vehicles, but it still does quite a bit of damage. It's just like an all-rounder, deals with everything. I generally go for the autocannon, but that only unlocks in tier 3. So the las cannon unlocks in tier 2. Okay, so that's how that kind of balances out, I guess. So you basically want to have a bunch of these guys set up in your base to help, like, with your bunkering up. They're very good for, yeah, just bunkering up in general. Very good defensive unit. Need I say more? Like, what else is there to say about this unit? It's so strong. Yeah, you have a few turrets around as well, and then that's like impassable, indestructible. Alright, next in line we have the Cassicans. Cassicans are, like, when you hit tier 3, always remember to make the Cassican, what's it called? The outpost or whatever it is. Because it's like with Outer how they have to make, you know, the aspect stone before making their units. So it can be easy to forget to do that sometimes. Or you might click it and then forget that you have to go in again to make them. So make sure you get the Cassican outpost, and then make your Cassicans as soon as that outpost is added. Okay.
Cassican squad ready. We will serve.
Here are the Cassicans. So very, very strong unit. Very long range actually. And very long range, good damage. Yeah, just an absolute staple. Your army is not complete without Cassicans. Ogrins are just here to chill for now.
We will serve.
Not much else to say. Just that obviously you have to attach the priest to them. I think this is mandatory when you make Cassicans. They run faster. Oh yeah, so they've got like genetic enhancements that makes them run even faster than the speed bonus that the priest adds to them, so they become crazy fast. Yeah, and they basically just become like a walking squad. They just bring death wherever they go. So long range, high damage. You can add grenade launchers to them. You can add the plasma guns to them. I generally don't do that because I just prefer the default guns. They're already very strong. I think the plasma guns do more damage obviously against like heavier infantry, but again, maybe if the situation calls for it, you can add the plasma guns. Grenade launchers are, I think, if you just want disruption, but like I said, I've never really felt like I've needed to add either of these heavy weapons to my Cassicans, so yeah, even with the priest attached, you can also use fanaticism to make them invincible as well. Fragmentation grenade is also very handy. Actually, this ability is unbelievably useful for Cassicans. It has a 1 minute cooldown, so you think that sounds long, but it's actually very quick in the heat of the moment. So you toss a grenade, it does this explosion that can knock back like even Terminators, right? Terminators that have very high like mass that are hard to be knocked back in the first place. This grenade will do it. It'll knock back most squads. Hey Freyland, welcome to the stream. And look at how quickly it's recharging. Like I said, it's only a minute. You can basically spam this ability. And just make sure when you use it, you actually click on the squad. Because if you misclick and just click an area, the Cassicans will just throw it onto the area and not the actual squad. So that's also, your aim also kind of comes into play a bit there. Like, yeah, how good your reflexes are. So just be aware of that.
I hear and I obey.
Maybe we can use it on some Necron squads.
Scars prove my worth.
Yeah, I love these guys, man. They're my favorite, one of my favorite units in the whole game, actually.
I hear and I obey.
Let's run up here a bit. This grenade also does damage against buildings and vehicles. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. And for you beginners... Hold on. Oh, we got a surprise here. Watch this. Okay, we'll use the grenade on them. If they can reach. There we go. Nice. Look, blows them back as well. It makes them like fly back quite a long distance. But the way to use these guys is you attack move to really utilize that long range. So let's see here. We'll attack move here.
scars prove my
reset
worth.
because they kind of got knocked about.
It
But yeah, attack move. That's the range right there, and that's comparable to
without question.
Fire Warriors. Fire Warriors with advanced pulse rifles, I think,
My devotion is assured.
or even the targeting optics. I'm not too sure, but it's very long anyway.
What would you have me do?
Sweet. So that's Cuskins. I've kind of
I hear and
fanboyed
I
about
obey.
them for a while because I do love this
Let
squad
me
so much.
inspire our men.
Okay,
You
moving
have
on to
chosen
now the
wisely.
Ogrins.
What would you have me do?
Ogrins to me are kind of optional, and even Aaron B said the same thing. He said only if you like really need them, then you can make them. But like, other than that, just focus on your like other tech. But Ogrins are super handy when you want to. I feel like they work better solo, just because they're melee units, and it's almost guaranteed that you will have artillery, you will have grenade launchers, a lot of stuff that does friendly fire damage. So if the Ogrins are like meleeing whatever you're attacking, they will take that friendly fire damage, and they won't last as long as they should. So it's very important to realize that. I feel like they function better as like solo squads. For example, if you're attacking over here with all your guardsmen, Cuskins, whatever, artillery, your Ogrins should be on the other side, maybe doing some economy damage. That's what I think they're really good for. Run around,
My devotion
attach the
is
priest so they move
assured.
faster,
I obey
get the
without
damage buff,
question.
and then they can hack away at like listening posts, decap them, maybe backdoor into the enemy base, take out a few generators, and it forces your opponent to have to deal with it, and that's great because they're only one squad. So anytime you have to force your opponent to split up their own forces to deal with yours, that's huge for you. That's like a big win. And then again, obviously you get fanaticism on top of that. They have the research, powered bayonets. If you're gonna make Ogrins, you may as well make the research powered bayonets ASAP. This gives them a 50% boost to their damage. Super useful. Super useful to have. They can rip apart like buildings in seconds. They also have very good vehicle damage as well. They can take out vehicles pretty quick. The only problem with that is vehicles can just, you know, run away, and then the Ogrins have to chase them, and then they never get to them. But it is probably worth mentioning that they do have good vehicle damage as well. So yeah, Ogrins, good unit. Not compulsory, but definitely if you have the spare resources, make them. Do some harass wherever you can. Yeah, and pretty tanky unit as well, I guess. Okay. Now, let's go onto the command squad. So this is your primary commander of the Imperial Guard race. You have the general, and then he is the main leader, and then you can add these other leaders for his retinue. So you've got the commissar, psyker, priest.
A true servant.
The general on his
never
own,
yields to doubt.
he's pretty weak, if not the weakest commander unit. He only has 400 something health. He can actually die very quickly if he's focused down. He doesn't have that much more hit points than a tech priest, I just realized.
What is your wish?
Yeah.
Standing ready.
So very weak, very fragile, but then you add more leaders and he becomes a bit stronger. Now, I always say this, I always stress this, and I haven't been proven wrong otherwise. Always add the priest. The priest, at least one has to be in the squad at all times. And that's because of the same reason that I mentioned earlier. He gives a speed bonus, he gives the damage bonus, and he gives the health bonus as well. So you need all those benefits, right? This is why I say it's like compulsory to make the priest. Whether you make him first depends on the matchup. For example, if you're up against Tau, you want to make the psyker first because you need the detection. So it's not usually a good idea to go priest first.
A true servant
In that
never yields to
instance,
doubt. That way
against
lies
Elder, who
victory.
have ranges that can infiltrate early game, you need to make the psyker as early as you can. But every other situation, go for the priest. I see some guys go for the Commissar, and then they make a Psyker, and they don't even make the Priest at all. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? No, always go for the Priest. He is like a staple. Yeah, just staple. So that was pretty much the Priest. Now the Psyker, like I mentioned. Hey Minecraft, welcome. Hello YouTube. Psyker comes afterwards, unless it's those like situations I explained earlier with the early infiltrate units. But yeah, the Psyker usually comes afterward. He obviously adds all the normal abilities of the Psyker to the squad, which are very useful. And he also has good like disruption attacks as well. So like when the squad is fighting in melee, he does these little disruption attacks that can knock back enemies, which is kind of nice too. So yeah, those are the only situations he's useful in. Otherwise, you could add the Commissar, which is actually one of the better options to go for. So against Space Marines, Sisters, I think, what else is there? Chaos. Those guys that don't exactly have early infiltration. It's better to go Commissar first, purely because while he does add more morale to the command squad, he also just has better melee damage than the Psyker, better range damage than the Psyker. So I wish I could do like remake the command squad just so I could show you. So you either go Priest Commissar for... Oh, okay, sorry. Let me rephrase that. You go Priest Psyker for any against any races that have early detection. So that is Elder, Tau, maybe Dark Elder as well, just with the Mandrake infiltration. You will need the Psyker early game because just for detection. In every other situation, it's better to go Commissar because the Commissar has better melee damage, better range damage. So the command squad, the way you use him is you run into the enemy base and you do a lot of harassing. So I'm talking about like generators, listing posts. This is very early in the game. Obviously this game has gone on for a while now, but you use them to, yeah, to go and harass. And if you see any builder units, what I like to do is, my hotkey for this is F7, but I quickly switch him to range stance, and then he can shoot down
That way lies victory.
builders. I really want to show that off, so let's just restart here. I feel like this is very important because this is like... Oh, actually, I'm going to talk about it in oh shit, why did I do this? I'll probably be talking about that strategy under openings, or like strategies. Yeah, god damn it, why did I do this? Okay, my bad guys, my bad. Ah, that's right, we can quickly just run through this. But yeah, that's the whole function of the command squad. He's like a harass unit, and he's one of your main like ways to gain value early game. So let's just rush through this. Okay, make the command squad. Yeah. I have to build everything back up. My bad, guys. My bad.
Take it at all costs.
I'm gonna play this out kind of like how it normally played out. That's right. While this is happening, I can run through the strat.
So shall it be done.
I stand
Okay, here we go.
ready to serve.
So, like I said, I'll make priest first.
Present and accounted for, sir. It will be my honor.
Make the priest first. If I'm playing against Tau Outer, I'll go Psyker first and then priest. I still will make the priest afterward. Absolutely, 100%. But then any other race, make priest first.
Objective secured. What now?
As you wish. So
Yeah, I guess I
shall it
could
be
go
done.
quick start.
Initiating construction. I am on it. A
It will
challenge
be
worthy
my
of
honor.
my skills.
Standing ready. A true servant. Never yields to doubt. We've won.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we'll do a quick quick start and maybe fast speed. Just because I kind of messed that up a bit. Fast, quick start. Yeah, cool. Good idea, Freeland. I forgot about that. I forgot that that was an option. Yeah, that was kind of a impulsive. So just speed through this. Triple speed. Or whatever speed this is. Any questions, by the way? Like, please, if you guys want to know anything, just feel free to ask away.
Thank you, machine spirit, for our safe. I hear the machine spirit's voice.
Come on, squad. Yeah. I see some viewers like dropped out. They're like, "Fuck, Jurgis, why'd you do that?" Now I have to build everything all over again. That's fine. So Commissar.
Obedience without hesitation.
Luckily,
And accounted for.
one of the downsides to making the Commissar is like once the game hits mid-game and then you suddenly need detection, you can't really add the Psyker because, you know, you already have the max squad members.
Reporting for duty,
In that
sir.
case, you could research Uncommon Valor, but
It will only take
most,
me a moment.
because of its cost, you don't really want to have to do that, right? Like 100, 100.
As you wish. So shall
100
it be
requisition,
done.
100 power, like who wants to do that, right?
We have the enemy in our sight.
So what you might try and do is just like, okay, so here we go. So we see a builder, we switch to range dance quick, and then we just start shooting it.
Let me lead
The priest, the commissar will also shoot, so the damage is better, and the priest's damage buff gives even more like range damage as well.
Let me lead the way.
So we've got this canoness like harassing us. We can just run away from her, keep shooting, stop and shoot, then just run away. Just keep running away. Don't stop and fight. You're just trying to eliminate key targets. That's the whole point of the command squad.
Without hesitation. Obedience
You see a listening post, just start attacking it. You get attacked down there, hide inside. So I'm doing damage to this listening post. Look at the damage as well. Like it's pretty sick. You can only get this kind of damage when you have the commissar attached though. With the psyker, it's a lot less.
The hand of the Emperor guides all.
So yeah,
Drive them back.
that's how you
No
play the
quarter.
command squad.
It will only take me a moment.
What was I talking about before I got sidetracked?
Let me lead the way.
That's right.
It
I'll
will
probably
be my
remember
honor.
later.
Fear is naught. My faith is strong.
Oh right, so the
I will do as you ask.
maybe you get to mid game, right, and then suddenly you need the detection, but you can't add a psycho, right, because it's grayed out. You can try and just get one of your squad mates killed. Specifically the commissar. It's a little bit tricky to pull that off though. Maybe you just kind of have to wait till he dies. The other alternative is to research Uncommon Valor, but obviously it costs 100, and it freaking takes so long to research as well.
The hand of the Emperor
So-
guides all.
Yeah, if your commissar dies, just build the psyker. Like, don't make the commissar again. You'll need the psyker for as the game progresses. The psyker is more important, honestly, for the abilities and the detection. So yeah, that's my advice there. So that's all I have to say about the command squad. Now I think that's all the units, right? I went over every single unit. Yeah.
I am honored.
Builder.
By my skill.
Yeah, that's all the units. Okay, cool. Let's talk about vehicles. So the Chimera. Chimera is
I am on it. Initiating
the
construction.
Imperial Guard's transport unit vehicle. And I would say, like, every time you play Imperial Guard, always make a Chimera to put the guardsmen inside, just for extra protection. and the mobility as well. They, you know, they move pretty fast, and they can also shoot. And when you have guardsmen inside, the guardsmen also shoot out the ports, and it does even more damage. So Chimera, I would say absolute must when you play Imperial Guard. You can spam them. You can make up to, so I've got 1 there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can make up to 6 Chimeras. And when you have like, when you have a mass of 6 Chimeras, the damage that they do is no joke, to be honest. Even 2 Chimeras can take out vehicles as well, like low armor vehicles pretty quick. Hey, Iron Freedom, I'm good. How are you, my man? Very, very good. Maybe we can demonstrate that. So, some Imperial Guard players do this. I wouldn't recommend this in 1v1, obviously. But some players do like to just spam Chimeras. And just do this type of nonsense. We'll attack this building, and we'll see how much damage it does. Like, that's pretty good, right? This is doing more damage to the building than it was to that commissar. I mean, Canoness. So yeah, pretty nuts stuff. Obviously it's sped up a little bit, but if this was slowed down, like, you could even tell that that's like pretty good damage as well. So it's very good anti-infantry, but I just recommend making one Chimera per 2 guardsmen squads. Cool. So yeah, I think that's all to say about the Chimera. Yeah, let's move on to Sentinels now. Sentinels, as I mentioned at the start of the stream, are your only vehicle that's anti-vehicle. So yeah, they're the only like reliable anti-vehicle option for Imperial Guard. They are fast moving and cheap, and they do good building damage as well. I feel like you do generally want to make more than one though, and that's only because the fire rate is a bit slow for me, in my opinion. It's like once every 3 seconds or maybe 2 seconds they fire a las cannon thingy. So I usually go for at least 2, just so it's a little bit higher in the DPS wise. The only problem with Sentinels as well is their fragile health. They're like a light vehicle, super speedy, but also just super fragile. So if they're being focused by another anti-vehicle unit, they have to retreat. Most of the time they just have to retreat, because if you leave them any longer, they'll probably just die. So having said that, you can have a tech priest ready to repair them, and they'll repair quite fast. But yeah, like I said, Imperial Guard's only anti-vehicle option, not a very reliable one, but Imperial Guard in general just don't have very good anti-vehicle options until you hit tier 3, of course, but yeah. So that is Sentinels. Let's talk about Hellhounds now. Hellhounds are quite situational as well. So the only time you'd want to make them is if your opponent is like spamming masses of infantry and there's not been like a single vehicle from them or anti-vehicle from them in like a while. Hey, just got here. He hasn't done build orders yet, I hope. No, I haven't. I'm going to do that last. I thought I'd explain like everything first and go through the unit breakdowns and then explain build orders last. Not that there are a lot for IG, but yeah. So Hellhounds, when I was talking about them with Aaron Beast, he said that he likes to use them only when the opponent is still in tier 1 and you're already tier 2, because most races don't get their good like AV counters until they're tier 2. So Hellhounds will quickly like mount infantry squads. They also do good heavy infantry damage. They can mount Necron Warrior squads very quickly. They're actually a good counter to Necron Warriors. For those people that always struggle saying like Necron Warriors are so tanky, whatever. Bro, have you ever seen a Necron Warrior take a flame from a Hellhound? No, you haven't, because, or the Necron Warriors haven't, because they die so quick, or some joke like that. totally forgot where I was going with that. But yeah, Hellhounds, excellent, excellent anti-infantry and heavy infantry option. However, very situational. If your opponent is already tier 2, it's kind of a bit late to make Hellhounds by that point. They can be countered easily by a anti-vehicle. Obviously, if they have proper support, maybe they can last a bit longer, but yeah. Still very strong unit though. Now we'll talk about... Hey, Luce, what's that? What's up, girl? What's up? We'll talk about Basilisks now. Now, I love Basilisks, like, with a passion, like, yeah, I'm sure you must know why. Like, these are the artillery for the Imperial Guard. And, oh boy, the range on these guys is so long. Like, look at this. He's over here, he can shoot all the way over here. So they're a very welcome artillery support unit to have for the Imperial Guard. As you can see, boom. Deals with those battle sisters very quickly. So what you can do with Basilisks is you can keep them in your back line, and it's always a good idea to build turrets around them or next to them so that they're harder to be countered. You don't want stealth suits jumping in undetected. Have them next to the turret so that it reveals them. Obviously, very fragile unit. That's another reason why you want to have them as close to your defenses as possible. But on small maps, these guys really excel because they can basically shoot across the map. When it comes to tier 3, they can use the Earthshaker rounds, which is a crazy ability. It basically deals like a massive amount of damage on one spot, and it can wipe out entire squads sometimes. It can even wipe out HQs, which obviously have the highest building armor in the game and the highest health. A bunch of Basilisks can usually take out a HQ with like 3 or 4 shots. So pretty broken ability. Obviously just countered with the fact that Basilisks are weak, so you have to always like keep them like defended as much as possible. And the other downside to them is their cost. 150 requisition to 250 power. Aaron said to me that he likes to make them only after he's done the what do you call it, the power global, because then you'll have enough power to actually sustain or like build the... Oh my god, this is getting a little bit annoying. Got a little turret here. These sisters are really trying to kill me here. Okay, yeah, for the cost, it's that's the only downside to them. They're very pricey. They can delay your attack a lot if you do make them. So if you want to go for a fast tier 3, you will have to skip Basilisks most likely. But other than that, they do make for a great support unit. They can break apart infantry masses, fire warrior masses, that type of stuff.
I am on it. As you wish, so shall it be done.
So yeah,
As you wish, so shall
those
it be done.
are Basilisks for you. Alright, let's now talk about the Marauder Bombers. Now that's an interesting one actually. Marauder Bombers I don't really make that often. I can't actually remember the last game I played where I made a Marauder Bomber. So, damn, I don't actually know a lot about this unit.
As you wish, so shall it be
I think they do like bombing runs or something. I just feel like whatever a Marauder Bomber can do, all the other vehicles can do better, in my opinion anyway. I guess since it's an aircraft, it's pretty useful, but also look at how much vehicle cap it takes. 4? That's quite a lot, you know, that's... I don't know if it's as much as a Lehman Russ, but it's more than like these guys, which, in my opinion, just do a better job. Does anybody know what Marauder Bombers actually do? So they can do bombing runs, incendiary bombs, crack bombs, and smoke canisters. I'm assuming these like give buffs to... this one must give a buff to your units or something. Incendiary bombs, I don't know. I guess they just burn. Let's see how much damage this does. Okay, quite a decent amount of damage, I guess. But that's just an immolator. I mean, anything can kill those things. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this unit, guys. Honestly, I feel like it's kind of a throwaway unit. Definitely better to just get like your sentinels, your basilisks, chimera. Yeah, so. Oh wow, it's tier 4.
Ready to drop off payload.
I guess it's got this
Engaging target.
anti-infantry gun.
Smooth ride.
It says it's good against vehicle as well. I'm assuming maybe... I don't know what that means actually. It didn't use any anti-vehicle weapons against that.
Will only take me a moment.
Oh good. Let's just move on
As you
to
wish, so shall it be done.
some other units here. While I build up my defenses.
A
While I
challenge
bunker up,
worthy of
so to
my
speak.
skill.
Finally we have the Lehman Russ. Now, the Lehman Russ is IG's tier 4 unit? Or is that tier 3.5? Well, the Mobilized 4 is tier 4, right? Yeah, it's the tier 4 unit.
As you wish, so shall it be done.
And
As you wish, so shall it
this
be
thing, I would compare it to like a sniper for
Ready to drop off payload.
Vehicles.
Nothing will get through our field fire.
This vehicle is absolutely crazy. To build it, you need to make the depot first,
Nothing will get through our field
and that does take a while to build. But once it's done, always remember to make the Lehman Russes afterwards. A lot of times I just forget that the depot is finished and I haven't actually made the actual units.
Kill machine spirit for us.
So just also bear that in mind. But this vehicle is incredible against other vehicles. It can snipe them from a distance. It's good against buildings. Just all around very powerful vehicle. Not much to say about it. It's got a lot of health as well. It can pack up. It can tank a lot of damage. You can make 2 of them. They're great support for the Baneblade. I can't make the Baneblade right now because I don't have a relic, but yeah, that's okay. Here's the Lehman Russ here. Very cool.
Eager for action, sir.
And then I think that just brings us to the Baneblade, right?
Awaiting instruction.
Baneblade being the
Called, sir. Take it at all costs.
relic unit for the Imperial Guard. It's a ginormous tank. If you haven't seen it already, I mean, yeah, it's really crazy.
Nothing like war to wake you up, eh, boys?
It has weapons for almost every job imaginable. It's
So up. 1,
got
2,
the
1, 2.
Demolisher Cannon, which is the big main cannon on the gun.
There's too many
That
of them.
gun, surprisingly enough, doesn't actually do the damage. It just does a lot of knockback.
Time to strike back.
The main weapon that does the most damage, if I'm not mistaken, is the... I think it's called the... Oh my god. I'm not too sure if the gun I'm thinking about is the Demolisher Cannon or the Demolisher is the big one. Actually, I might have mixed the names up. But there's another cannon at the front of the Baneblade. I'll show you
Holding it will be
once it
hard.
comes out. And this one does the most damage. So it's got the Demolisher, and then I think it's just called the Battle Cannon, and then like 2 Storm Bolters, or something like that, heavy bolters, and then like double dual las cannons as well. So it's anti-vehicle, anti-infantry, anti-everything, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we got to get this bad boy out so I can show him off. Hey, Kizzy, my boy, what's up? What's up? This guy is the encyclopedia. I learned a lot from this guy about this game. Yeah. In my opinion, the coolest relic unit of the game. So Kez says Super Battle Cannon is the long boy and does disruption but not the most damage. Yeah, okay. Super Battle Cannon. What a name, right?
We'll leave nothing.
Okay, so this gun on top, right? This gun on top. This one here. The one that does the explosion, that comes from this gun, and that does... It does damage, just not the most damage. Which is surprising because it's like this massive boom, right? And you're like, whoa, so much... But it doesn't do the most damage. The one that does the most damage is this bad boy, this sucker right here. This, I think, is the Demolisher cannon. Yeah. See, Kez just verified it. Demolisher is the smaller one at the front. It does the most damage. This one does the most damage. And you'll watch it in a fight. I think it's first the battle cannon fires. And then a short time later, the Demolisher cannon fires. And that's where the damage comes from. The actual damage. So let's just find some enemies here. So boom, that's the Demolish super battle cannon. Oh, we're not close enough to see the Demolisher. Wait, did you see that? It was so quick, but like, you see the little gun pop there? Yeah, that's where the damage comes from. So that right there, that was it. That thing does massive damage. Wipes whole squads. And then, like I mentioned, you got the dual las cannons, twin-linked heavy bolters. Are those heavy bolters or are they storm bolters? They look like heavy. Yeah, those are heavy bolters. Yeah. Hey, Souls Odd Jobs. Hello, hello. Fun fact, the only IG unit Jake is able to actually use the best list. This is in reference to the fact he lives in New Zealand. Aha! I see what you did there. I see what you did there. I love you. How have you been? I've been great, my dude. I have been great. So I hope that clears up that tiny misconception about the Baneblade. It's not a big deal since the Baneblade just does incredible damage anyway and you barely notice it. But I just wanted to clear up, like, if people think that the big cannon does the damage, nah, it's the little cannon in the front that does the most damage. It's like a potato gun, yeah. Okay, cool. I think that's pretty much all the units explained. Alright, let's go over buildings. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, cool.
Where do you want to set him?
Entrench this guy, because why not? Make these guys... Oh, can't. Okay. So, first of all, first building. Primary building, your field command. This is your base of operations. Allows you to build all the units. All the commanders, more specifically. Your Commissar, Psyker, Priest, Assassin. You can even make Guardsmen from here. You make the Tech Priests from there as well. Units can hide inside. Obviously, it's one of the garrisonable buildings. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Basically just your base of operations. One thing I should quickly go over about the buildings when you garrison inside is there are like 3 weapons that the building can use. So there are the las guns, there are the plasma guns, and then there are the, I think it's a heavy bolter, right? So each bar here represents like which weapon is being used. That's not true. It just represents how many units are inside. Ogrins take up 2 bars because they're big units. But it is just important to note that there are 3 weapons. Like, so if you have three units inside a building, it'll use all 3 guns. If you only have 2 inside, it'll only use 2. If 1, 1. So yeah, you get the idea. I'm actually not sure if you put an Ogren inside. I don't think, even though it takes up 2 bars, I think they still only man 1 gun. I'm not too sure about that. Someone can probably correct me. But yeah. So las guns do a lot of damage. The plasma guns don't do as much damage as the las guns. That's very important to know, by the way. It's very crazy, but the plasma guns actually kind of do crap all damage, which is very wild to me. The las guns actually do a lot more damage than the plasma guns. I think even double the damage of what the plasma guns can do. The plasma guns do potato damage. Guardsmen squads with plasma guns attached do way more damage than the plasma guns that are fired out of the building, which is so bizarre to me. But if you look at the stats don't lie. So, and just like observe it next time, you will see. You will see. You're wondering like, why is this plasma gun like not even taking out this Space Marine that quick? You know, it's actually the las guns that are doing all the damage. So the heavy bolter, however, does the most damage, if I'm not mistaken. Does more damage than the las guns and the plasma guns. So all 3 squads inside, great, excellent, lots of damage. However, you don't want to be having to rely on just bunkering up inside your buildings and firing out. Although that does help in some situations, it's not the only way you want to be playing Imperial Guard. If your squads have their own heavy weapons attached, it's better to use those than the building guns. Like, it'll just be more... You'll do more damage that way. Like, grenade launchers are infinitely better than just hiding inside, for example. But yeah. So that's the field command. If you need to use the long-range scanner, that's out the sky. What else? Okay, let's move on to the infantry command now. Infantry command, like I mentioned, functions the same way in terms of the hiding inside, the garrisoning, like with the field command. You can shoot out of it as well. The infantry command is sometimes a better option to make than the turret, because turrets cost, what, 90 requisition and 30 power. If you don't want to have to, like, you know, pay for the power, just make a infantry command. Make an infantry command and hide your guys inside. I think it functions even better than a turret would. The other thing that people don't know about infantry commands, and not just infantry commands, actually, most other Imperial Guard buildings, but I'll just talk about it with infantry commands since we're here. These buildings actually have their own control area. I hope you can hear me over the game sounds as well, by the way. Because I cannot hear myself talk when all this battle's going on. Yeah, infantry commands have their own control area. So as you can see, my control area has expanded. Yes, I do have a listening post here, but also this infantry command has just added some control area as well. So just to prove it, I'll build one. Ah, fuck this critical location. Crap. Okay, I'll build one over here. So take note of where my control area is right here, right? I'll build another infantry command right on the edge and let these guys build that up super quick. And now what's going to happen is once this infantry command is done, you will see my control area will have expanded around this infantry command. So what you can actually end up doing is you can just build a chain of infantry commands. See, now you can see my control area here, this white line, has actually increased. So I can just build like a chain, right, of them. And you'll see, even in team games, some players will do this. They'll build, like, classic example is a map like Mortellus. Crap, my bane's gonna die. That's fine. Classic map like Mortellus, players will build their infantry command right up close to the mountainside. And what happens from there is they can then build another infantry command into the enemy base, just because the control area goes through that mountain. So, classic annoying beginner strategy. I've just told it to you. You can abuse it if you want, but it's so annoying.
You called for some suppressive fire?
So yeah.
Ready and willing, sir.
This also applies to mechanized command, the same mechanic. So keep that in mind as well. You can do it with mechanized command, which we will now talk about, because I think that was everything together with the infantry command. Other than that, it's just your, you know, basic building to make all your basic infantry units. Mechanized command, once again, can also be garrisoned inside. Has its own control area. You can build more, create a chain of mechanized commands if you want. Imperial Guard really just have limitless control area just because of that one one function alone.
Ready to fire.
But yeah, not much else to say about Mechanized Command. Oh, one important detail I forgot to mention about these two buildings is that they provide your squad and vehicle cap, respectively. So Infantry Command does infantry cap, Mechanized Command does vehicle cap. And if I'm not mistaken, each Infantry Command provides 4 squad cap, is it? I'll delete this one. Oh, hold on. Oh, I think it's just 2. Oh, wait, that one was like 6. What the hell? Did I get that wrong? Oh, 6. Okay, it's 6. Never mind. Forget what I just said. And so infantry commands increase squad cap by 6. Mechanized command increased by 6 also. So if you need more, you know, population, you can't make more vehicles, make another mechanized command. And same for infantry command. Alright, what else do we have? Tactica control. This houses all your technology. You also use it to unlock the long-range scanner. It also unlocks heavy weapons for your guardsmen and Kaskin squads. It also unlocks the Telepathica temple to make psychers. What else is the tactic control used for? I think that's pretty much it.
As you wish, so shall it be
Just
done.
repair shit here. We are really being hounded by these sisters. They're like, hurry up, end the game.
Orders acknowledged.
Yep, so tactic control. What else do we have?
It will only take me a machine
Mars Panic
spirit's
Command, obviously, you
voice.
need it to make the Baneblade. Not much else to say about that. It also does increase your vehicle squad cap by a little as well. Maybe either 6 or 4, I'm not too sure. But yeah, it does help out in that regard.
I am on it. I am on it.
Then you just have your basics, like your listening posts, plasma generators. Listening posts can also be garrisoned inside. However, only one squad / unit can be put inside. Ogrins obviously can't fit because they're too big.
NQ machine
But once
spirit
inside,
as you wish, so shall it be
they can be
done.
shot out of as well. And plasma generators obviously
NQ
have
machine as you
the
wish,
global.
so shall it be done.
Like I mentioned, you need to research the global for
I am
IG. I think it's a must. It's cheaper, so it's just better to just do it. Cheaper than other races, let's just say. So I'll just quickly get it up here just to show you 150 to 50. And then the number 2, the stage 2 one, is 250 to 100. So overall, better bang for your buck.
I am on it.
Any buildings I've missed? The turrets. Turrets have more health and damage than all the other races until I think Necrons get their tier 2 turret. That's the only turret that's stronger than the Imperial Guard turret. Other than that, Imperial Guard turret stronger than every other turret out there. Has more health, does more damage. You can only make, is it 5 per HQ? So good to make 2 HQs just so you can spam turrets all around your base and just make that impenetrable fortress that you need. Hey Joel, 2121. Enjoyed your great content. This, however, is a bit tough to watch because of the noise from the ongoing fights and you having to multitask explaining everything. Yeah, good point. Good point. Man, I wish I could like not have them attack me.
As you wish, so shall it be done.
That's why I'm trying to rush a little bit. I'm just trying to get through it all. Yeah. I'll try, like, I'll come over here just so the noises are quieter. I think all I have to talk about now is the researchers, right?
As you wish.
Because buildings
so
are all
shall
done.
it be
You got
done.
minefields too, but minefields are pretty much just minefields. Which are important for Imperial Guard and bunkering up as well. Let's just go over the researchers now. So you have Death Before Dishonor. And I'll talk about these two because they're pretty much the same. Death Before Dishonor and Will of the Emperor. They both cost the same, and they both pretty much do the same thing. They both give like a small health bonus. I think Will of the Emperor gives a slightly bigger morale bonus, though.
We're under fire.
Go away. Stop attacking me. Stop.
Ready and willing, sir.
Very distracting, I know. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. This is on easy mode as well, by the way. I think it's because I had it on quick start. That's why this is happening. But, if you should do one more of these videos for another faction. Yeah, for sure. I'll have to, like, practice other factions. But I've been playing Imperial Guard for a while, so I feel like I kind of have them on lock now. So yeah, these two researches, in my opinion, are pretty optional. I don't do them until all the other researches have pretty much been done, and I have like a few extra resources left over. I'm really just gonna try bunker up here.
Our men.
So
I am honored that you require my skills.
then we have battle armor. This research is one of the ones you need. I usually hold off on it a little bit. I go for satellite targeting resolution first. Now this one unlocks in tier 2, and you need it in order to get weapon specialization.
You call for some suppressive
Like I said
fire?
at the start of the game,
Nothing will get through
at the
our
start of the
field
live
fire.
stream, weapon specialization is like absolute must. You have to get this as soon as you can. But satellite targeting resolution, it increases the range of the it only saves the guardsman las gun, but it also increases the range of their grenade launchers. Oh, not grenade launchers, plasma guns. Increase the range of their plasma guns and the sergeant pistol. So their las guns get a 20% increase, plasma guns get a 20% increase, and the sergeant pistol gets a 20% increase. So still a very good research to have. Extra range is always nice. But like I said, it unlocks weapon specialization. I love this research. I love this so much. So what weapon specialization does? Could I do that? I guess I could.
Where do you want us, sir? Let me lead the
I could do that, couldn't I? I could just demolish their
Obedience without
base.
hesitation.
And then, oh yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of that. It's okay because I don't need to show off the units as well. Yeah, so weapon specialization. What this research does is it doubles
Stand your ground.
the minimum and maximum damage of heavy weapons. Doubles the minimum and maximum damage of heavy weapons, so that's like grenade launchers, plasma guns, just those two I think. Yeah, just those two. And I'm not sure if it actually increases the range. I don't think it increases the range, it just increases damage. By double.
Pull back, damn it!
That's freaking insane, right? So definitely have to get this research whenever
Time to strike back
whenever it's
hard.
like whenever you can, basically. Because you get weapon specialization, priests, and commissar execute. That's the holy trinity of like guardsmen, like damage strategies, whatever. Cool. Yeah. Now I can't see the researchers. Goddamn. Surely, no. Bro. Alright, all good, all good. All good. At least I can make the... I'm only going with researchers, so I only really need to cover the Tactica, so that's fine. In my mind, you could still see the research and stuff. That's okay. So yeah, weapon specialization, super important. Basically means your units do double the damage, which is obviously handy. It also makes you able to add more weapons to the squads as well. So yeah, that's also very nice. Cool. Yeah, battle armor, I usually get that after weapon specialization. Battle armor is, unless you need it just to make your guardsmen a bit more durable. So again, usually good to invest in. Uncommon Valor is super optional in my opinion. The command squad does just fine without Uncommon Valor. I think this one is kind of more of a, you know, if you have the spare resources left over, may as well just do it. But it does, what it does is it increases the health of the command squad, and it also allows you to add 2 extra squad members. So it is useful. However, researching it, I think, must take about the same time as researching like tier 1, because it takes so freaking long, honestly. But yeah, I mean, not bad to have if you have the spare resources. But yeah, definitely an optional one. Genetic enhancement is, again, pretty optional. All these, both these Kaskin upgrades are pretty optional, I'd say, because the Kaskins, base Kaskins, do decent damage on their own. They can hold themselves pretty well. However, genetic enhancement does make them run a lot faster, which can be good to like get them out of a pinch, like, or retreat, whatever. But also allows them to like cross the map quicker as well, so they can get to places faster, which is nice. And then Kazakin armor obviously just makes them a bit more tanky, but again, in my opinion, optional. I mean, the priest has fanaticism; they can turn invincible. If they're close enough to the fight that they're taking damage, they probably shouldn't be there in the first place. So yeah, this is why I think these 2 researchers are kind of optional. But if you feel like, you know, you can afford to pay for them, then obviously get them. Powered bayonets is only compulsory if you have the Ogrins out. So if you make Ogrins, research powered bayonets as well, because the extra 50% damage will definitely pay off. Trust me, they get so much more DPS with this research. Pretty crazy stuff. And then finally, infiltration. Once again, only get this if you have the assassin. If you want to use them for scouting, good idea to get this research. The only downside is it's super expensive, so it's an investment. 150 requisition to 100 power. The assassin himself is already expensive enough. But yeah, you can maybe use the assassin without, but eventually you will need infiltration. So yeah, make sure you save up for it. I believe genetic enhancement does not stack with the priest buff, so it's kind of better to just use a priest with the Kessikins. Ah, for real? Okay, I didn't know that. I thought the okay, I thought the priest speed buff does stack on with the genetic enhancement. I'll probably have to check into that. But with genetic enhancement, they do move a lot faster. So, but like I said, it is kind of optional. Sweet. So that should be all the researchers. There is obviously the mobilized 4, which is done in the mechanized command, but that's just to unlock tier 4, unlocks the Lehman Russ, unlocks the Beyblade. That's about it, guys. Holy crap, that was so long. How long did I take just to like break down all those units and buildings? Shit. Awesome, cool. Obviously this video will be released. I'll try and make it a VOD, and then you can watch it back and see me like break down each of those like units, buildings and stuff. So I hope that helped. Cool. Let's move on to strategies and tips. Strategies and tips. Interesting choice of title there, Jagus. I guess this kind of ties in with opening as well, so maybe I'll go over both, right? What does the assassin do exactly? So the assassin has a long range of sight, and he basically one-shots most units. most weaker commanders, like the Farseer, the Tau Commander, those more fragile Big Mech, those more fragile lower health commanders, he can basically one-shot. I think for like the Force Commander, it might take him 2, Necron Lord, yeah, 2, whatever, 2, 3, whatever. But most like heavy infantries, he can just one-shot them. He is super high range damage. Has a bit of a setup time, obviously, but still, very good unit. What I like to use him for in some games is use him as a spotter. So if you like see when I'm explaining him, you can see his like line of sight. It's super long, kind of comparable to Pathfinders for Tau. So he can reveal large areas of the map, and you can use him as a spotter for like your Basilisks or like your Baneblade, your Lehman Russes, right? And also like your grenade launchers for your Guardsmen as well. And Kasakins too. They're long range. But yeah. That's what the Assassin does. Yeah. I'm going to jump into a game now. Let's go over some strategies and tips of the Imperial Guard. Okay. So as someone very kindly noted earlier on, with Imperial Guard, the spots where you place your buildings actually do matter. That's very cool, Jagus, but when will you and does he have round 2 1v1s? Oh, shit.
I shall hurry.
Does he up for it? Yeah, with IG, building placement definitely matters. So for this, like I'm having a look around here, so there's a checkpoint here, checkpoint here, checkpoint here.
I am honored that you
I'm just going to
require
build
my
the
skills.
infantry command right here. So this way, it covers this, and it covers this area, if I was to garrison my dudes inside. I've also placed it next to a strategic point, which will later on have a listening post added on, and LP2, which can shoot. And this is already going to be like a strong defensive spot for my base. That will obviously leave this side exposed, but then I can easily counter that with maybe building a turret over here. So then that'll really just lock in my defenses here. So I can even build a turret here if I wanted to. Not so early in the game, obviously, but if later on I wanted to do that, I could. So we'll just delete that for now. Make a command squad. Make the command squad straight away. This is kind of going into like opener realm, isn't it?
I hear the machine's spirit's voice.
But that's okay. I just want to go over the main strategies.
It is my duty to serve.
Once you have the generator up, you actually make the priest first. Oh yeah, we have enough to make the commissar. So you make the commissar straight away.
What are your orders?
I am on it.
Make the commissar straight away. Attach them to any squad. Any of these 2 squads. And if you want to, you can reinforce your squads up just to make them more durable. Guardsmen have very high reinforcement speed, so that allows them to like outlive a lot of battles. Hey Shake Vivid, welcome, welcome. Glad to see you here. We attach the commissar to this squad, but if this squad needs healing, we can always move our commissar around. Attach him to this squad to heal them up. So this is what your like tier 1 force most likely is going to look like, right? And then once we've got like a stable economy going, we've got a few like couple like listening posts. You generally need to make a second generator as well, just because IG's tier 2 is more power, costs more power, so it's 175, which is, I think that's the most expensive tier 2. So I do think, yeah, you will need at least two plasma generators. If you decide to go ahead and like upgrade some listening posts, you might even end up having to build 3 generators just because of that.
Let me lead the way.
Commissars are the best motivators of guardsmen, for sure. They need them. They definitely need them.
I am on it.
So yeah, it does take a while for your power to build up to 175.
We've won.
Once you start going tier 2, I don't know who was asking about when to make the tactical control. This is the time to make the tactical control when you're heading to tier 2. You can obviously build it earlier, but that just delays your tech even more. It's better as IG. It's always better to tech up as quick as you possibly can, because as I mentioned at the start of the live stream, IG's power scales with their tech.
By the Emperor, you will have it.
So if you can prioritize your tech over like,
I am honored.
yeah, you know, like tactical control, whatever, always do that first. Now we have enough resources to make the Tactica, we'll make it. As we're transitioning into tier 2 here. Their classic motivation line, die standing guardsman, die with honor. Yeah, something like that, yeah. Tactical control, as soon as the tactical control comes up, add the grenade launchers on. Just overwatch it. That's what I do. And also you might want to make a 3rd generator as well.
Initiating construction.
Like I said, IG very power hungry. Okay, tactical control comes up immediately. We just add the grenade launchers. Sergeants are quite expensive, 55 to 15 power.
Where is his will needed?
You can usually hold off on making them, but they are handy to have. If you have extra resources, then you can add them. But other than that, they are quite expensive, but they do make your guardsmen more durable.
I shall hurry.
Okay, so now we're in tier 2, right? What we want to do, one of the first things we want to do is make the Ministorum Temple. Only 50 requisition, very easy to make. So just get that going, and if we have like a float going on, we make the mechanized command straight away.
Initiating construction.
Sweet, and once the Ministorum Temple is done, make 1 priest ASAP. 1 priest ASAP. And when we have enough resources, we also have to research satellite targeting resolution. We're all trying to do all of these things, so you've got to remember all of these things we're all trying to do like as quick as we possibly can. Maybe making the priest you can add at the top of the priority list, just because, you know, he gives the damage boost. Also, making Chimera is probably more important because you want the protection on the guardsmen. But once all those are done, then you can start getting weapon specialization. You really want to try to get this as soon as you can. At the moment I don't have enough power, so I build a generator just to get my power running faster. Chimera comes out. Get him over, get the guardsmen together.
Let me inspire our men.
At this point I'm probably already like harassing and doing all that stuff, and then as soon as I can, hit weapon specialization. Even before battle armor, trust me. Weapon specialization is key. So now, with weapon specialization, we'll be able to add more weapons to our guardsmen. We'll be able to use execute, restore the morale, and then give these squads a damage buff. So bear in mind, weapon specialization, double damage, execute, double firing rate, priest on this squad, I think it's like 50% damage buff. So that's kind of a lot of damage that's happening right now, right? So this is the strategy right here.
My devotion is assured.
Get them inside Chimera, drive around. You need to buy time, you know, this is how you buy time to safely go to tier 3. Just drive around, find a building, deploy.
I will walk where is his will needed. You honor me.
You start shooting, you execute.
If you will not serve,
They do double firing rate, You just rip apart Guardians because they're useless. They get wiped almost instantly. Webway gates just go down really quick. Howling Banshees, who cares? Execute. Kill 'em, men. There they go. You know, so that's the strategy, right? A minimum of 2 Guardsman squads. Always at any time with a Chimera, Priest, and Commissar attached. This is the holy trinity right here. If you need, make Sentinels for anti-vehicle. They should be your first go-to to deal with any kind of vehicle problems. Just because they're the cheapest option. If you want to make heavy weapons teams are 225 to 50. That's a huge investment to make. They are good units, but my god, that's expensive. So just make Sentinels. If the situation becomes too much to handle, you might just have to end up making the heavy weapons teams and maybe some turrets. When I watch Aaron Beast play, he always builds turrets in his base.
As you wish, so shall it be
And
done.
upgrades them with missile launchers, and those are a great anti-vehicle option as well. You just have to wait for the enemy to come to you, which is not a problem at all, right? Your IG, like, you're not worried about that. What else was a tier 2 thing? We can go for Basilisks, but only make Basilisks if you really need them and you've done your improved power grid research. Because they're very costly, 250 power, it'll delay your tech. And while you're playing IG, like I said, you have to make smart choices about what units you build, because you don't want to delay your tech if you can help it. So if you don't need a Basilisk, just don't make them. Like, there's no point building them. Just go straight for tier 3. That's all you should be focusing on. Trying to get to like tier 3, tier 4 as quick as possible, because that's when Imperial Guard really become, that's where they really shine. Okay, so at the moment now we're heading into tier 3. If I want to, I can make more Guardsman squads. 3, 4 Guardsman squads is always better than 2. We also do our globals as well.
It will only take me a
That's
moment.
always like necessary.
Initiating construction. As you wish, so shall it be done.
Yeah. Make a Psyker. Obviously, add the Psyker to the... At this point late in the game, just add the Psyker. You only need the Priest and Psyker at this point. No real point making the Commissar, I think. He basically falls off. But early game, yes, Commissar is great. Yeah, IG Globals are also better, yeah.
As you wish, so shall it be done.
Cool. What else? What else? Like I mentioned, Hellhound's very situational. If your opponent is just massing infantry, you can make Hellhounds. Just be aware that he will go anti-vehicles, and once he does, your Hellhounds probably just won't even matter anymore. They get countered very easily. Okay, so now we've hit tier 3 straight away. Make Caskins. Make the Caskin quarters. And keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on for the notification that pops up, like when it's built, because you want to make Caskins straight away. Make another Priest to get ready for that squad. So out pops our Caskins. Oh no, wait. Yeah, now we make them for real. Pop out a Priest and then go for the Vindicare Temple. You also want to make the Assassin ASAP as well.
Let me preach his name. Let me inspire our men.
So here comes our Priest. Caskin. Don't go for the Ogrins right away. Only make Ogrins if you need them. Like if you want to do some extra harass on
For
the
the
side.
Emperor's will, we are here.
But yeah, Kasrkins are
We will
more than
serve.
enough at this point.
What would
Catch
you
the
have me
priest.
do? It shall be so.
And this is already a pretty solid fighting force. And then once again, as soon as you can, just go full-scale war. Get your tier 4 going. In the meantime, just keep building turrets in your base.
A challenge worthy of
Just
my
keep bunkering up as much as possible.
I will do as you
And
ask.
make a few heavy weapons teams if you want. But you can't forget the most important thing, and that's just bunkering up everywhere.
Standing by.
Like I said, you can
I am honored that you
increase your
require my
control zone with more mechanized commands or infantry commands. Just building them outside, they make their own control zone. And then,
It will only take me a moment.
yeah. Just bunker that shit up.
Initiating construction.
Awaiting instructions.
So, better get temples done, we can get the assassin going. And then at this point, you're just going straight for your tier 4 Lehman Russes, Mars Pattern Command, Baneblade.
Let me lead the way. The hand of the Emperor.
This all sounds very
guides
good in
all.
like practice.
We've done
In
this
theory, I
100
mean.
times.
But I would love to show it off in practice.
Let me lead the way.
Assassin here. Yes, yes.
Assassin.
Of course I'll help. A simple task.
You can use it for scouting. Better to keep your Kasrkins next to the Commissar, because they benefit from the execute as well.
What would you have me do?
So if you can see here, yeah, the Kasrkins are receiving that damage bonus as well.
I will do as you ask. It will be my honor. Let me lead the way.
Cool, good stuff.
The hand of the Emperor guides all.
So that'll be, this is what the most like bare bone, like basic fighting force will look like. Obviously there's no real anti-vehicle going on here. So hopefully you'll make some sentinels like earlier on. But now we can get our Lehman Russes out, and then there's our anti-vehicle saviors. And then we can
As you wish.
go for the
so shall
Mars
it be
pattern,
done.
get the Baneblade out. And by that point it's pretty much over for your opponent. Very hard to beat an IG player,
So shall it be done.
a tier 4 IG player.
Challenge worthy of my skill.
So
My devotion is assured.
yeah, and then at this point, if we're feeling pretty solid, we're floating quite a bit, we can start doing some of these researches. So get some battle armor, get genetic enhancement, Kasrkin armor, get our Lehman Russes out. We will have to make more mechanized commands, at least one more. 2 mechanized commands and a Mars pattern command will be enough to get your population up to 20.
Sounds easy enough.
It's ours. But best we remain
Of course, we need the relic
Standing by.
to get the Baneblade. Any questions? Did I skip over anything, guys? Do you have any questions that you might have? Plans for battery storage research, 250 requisition to 100 power. Yeah, much cheaper than, oh, not much cheaper, but cheaper in requisition compared to other races. The only global, I'm not mistaken, that actually costs power.
Awaiting instructions. We'll be off as soon as the fuel arrives.
But by this point, you should have a mess of power anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Don't forget to flame your opponent once your Baneblade is getting queued. Trash talking them when your victory isn't earned. Calling me out that time when I was playing that Dark Elder guy. I wasn't really flaming over text, but I was like, just during the stream, I was just laughing and whatnot. But so yeah, I've gone over the main strategies, which is Commissar, Priest, and Weapon Specialization. That's the backbone of every Imperial Guard strategy.
Warming up the engine, my
Make a few more guardsman squads. I think four max is probably good.
Who summons me?
Probably wouldn't make more than 4. The rest I would make heavy weapons teams and just plonk them around in my base. You want to protect against like Space Marine deep strikes if you want.
Reporting for duty, sir.
You can make what is it? I think the ideal like vehicle build for me is to go for the 2 Lehman Russes, the Baneblade,
Will be hard.
and then 2 Basilisks. That'll max you out at.
Reporting for duty, sir.
I think that'll give you like 18 population. Then you can spend the last 2 on like a Sentinel or like 2 Chimeras or something. I'll have to probably double check that. Actually,
I am honored that you require my skills.
let's build another mechanized command. We've got 2 Lehman Russes out already. Yeah, there they are.
Ready to win the war, forming up the edge of
Delete that. I already have a Chimera out as well. Yeah, that's fine.
those damn tech priests.
So generally 2 Basilisks. I feel like Imperial Guard army is incomplete without Basilisks, so definitely make those. I don't know if I should be glad or not, but I made a Chaos player. I went against Rage Quit with an early rush with my commander and 2 Guardsman squad. If you're up against Chaos in a 1v1 and you beat him, then yeah, of course you should be glad. Absolutely. That's a disgusting matchup. IG suffer in that matchup, honestly. It's
Someone call for an shake.
even Aaron Beast hates that matchup. Hey, Beyond Slaughtering, thanks for subbing, my dude. Hope you are enjoying the content. I hope I'm not putting anyone to sleep because I feel like I'm putting myself to sleep.
We'll leave nothing.
But maybe that's a good thing if you have insomnia. So,
We'll flatten anything
so
standing in our
Baneblade,
way.
yeah. So this brings up Baneblade.
Someone
Oh, there we go. This is the ideal setup for me. So Baneblade, 2 Basilisks, 2 Lehman Russes, and then 1 Chimera. We'll max you out at 20. That's like the perfect number for me. Of course, you can substitute maybe 1 Basilisk for another Chimera and then maybe a Sentinel. But I personally just like to have 2 Basilisks at all times. I just feel like they just do twice the amount of work. Oh, I see. But ironically, I do better against Chaos than Space Marines. Huh. Is it? I think this matchup is favored against Space Marines. Under what circumstances would you rather build a heavy weapons team with AV rather than Sentinels? Or rather mix both? Okay. So, I pretty much said, like, Sentinels are always the go-to. When would I make heavy weapons teams? It's really hard to say because I almost, in 1v1s, I almost never make heavy weapons teams like early on. I think heavy weapons teams are better for like using as poke damage. So if you kind of just want to like piss off your opponent, you can just like make a heavy weapons team and then like deploy him just within range of your opponent's buildings just so he can poke with the las gun. But in most situations, you know, Sentinels are just faster, do more DPS, they just require a bit more micro, but heavy weapons teams are kind of unreliable when they're, you know, just like entrenched in the one spot. They have to get up, and then when they get up, they're like weaker, so they die quicker, so like their Sentinels are just more reliable, in my opinion. If you just want to bunker up, if you're just playing turtling strategy, then of course, yes, you would go heavy weapons team.
Ready and willing, sir.
If you just want to, you know, stay in your base, just be a turtle
Nothing will get through our field of fire.
and tech up, then yeah, go heavy weapons teams. And just give them a little extra support, place them next to turrets. You can even place like minefields around them.
Of course.
Probably not on them, but like near them. Just to, you know, make things worse for your opponent.
Initiating construction.
even with
I am on it.
IG, actually minefields are
Easy
super
matter for one of my skills.
super handy. You can build them close to your
A
base.
challenge
This is
worthy
really bad
of
for
my
like Space Marine
skill.
players that like to just deep strike into you. Drop the dreads.
Challenge worthy of my
So yeah, this is normal to see this type of thing happening. Personally, I use heavy weapons team depending on maps. That's true as well. If the map was like a 3v3 of Mortalis, then I will if I am beside an enemy base, and sometimes I use them to guard my basics from air attacks. That's also another really good point. Some maps just favor heavy weapons teams. Mortalis is a prime example. Heavy weapons teams on Mortalis can literally shoot through mountains, right? So if you have like a long range scanner, you can reveal your like enemies like buildings, and then you can use the heavy weapons team to like snipe his buildings through the mountain. So yeah, it is also very map dependent.
I am on it.
On smaller maps, heavy weapons teams obviously like really excel, but on these bigger maps it's better to just go sentinels because they're faster, more mobile. You can also repair them if you need to. Heavy sentinels, I didn't talk about this, but sentinels can also decap listening posts, so they can also do really good economy damage too. They can roam the map, take out some listening posts, decap them, which can be very annoying. So there's that as well. Hope that answered your question.
I am honored that you require my skill.
And they're just cheaper. You gotta factor in the cost as well. 150 to 150. I mean, heavy weapons teams 225 to 50. That's still quite expensive. Pro tip: if you train in the gym, heavy weapons teams turn into light weapons teams. True, true. Bench those. I wonder how much those guns weigh. Oh, that's right. Cool. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Final tip: just don't make marauders. Like, what the hell's the point? I have no idea.
It will be my honor.
I'm sure there's something I'm missing.
For the Emperor, you will have it.
Overwatch, Overwatch.
My devotion is assured.
Awaiting instructions.
What other strats are there? Also, as an IG player, I have a really hard time against Tau. Like, is it just me, or is it like a hellish matchup for me? I think IG have an advantage against Tau. And I actually want to explain this in a game against the bot, because it'd be easier to explain it that way. I guess it also depends on the map. Maps like Fata Morga are easier. The smaller maps are easier to pull off the strategy, but most of the time when I'm up against Tau, especially like Blood River, it's actually easy to counter them. Or I won most of them just because of this one strategy. So I'll show you what I do when I'm up against Tau. We're kind of going into openings now. Yeah, you know what? Let's just start talking about openers. Opening. So, the standard opener for Imperial Guard looks like this. Oh, whoops. Drop the infantry command, queue up 2 guardsmen, and then a tech priest. This is the most basic standard opening of Imperial Guard ever. You get the tech priest to also queue a generator.
Present and accounted for, son.
If I'm up against Tau, I assume they go Vespids, so I level up first strategic points and build generator next to it. I think Vespids against IG isn't a good idea, because they can just be countered easily, especially with the bunkers. And also, tech priest repair speed is too high for Vespids to deal with buildings. So yeah, Vespids is actually not a good idea for Tau to do. What you should be expecting is like Fire Warriors or Fruit or something like that. Get the second tech priest to queue up, set the rally on the generator so he starts building it as soon as he comes out, and then you just get this guy to start building the listening posts. Oh crap, I didn't even build the command squad. As soon as the infantry command comes up, make the command squad straight away.
If such is the Emperor's will.
And basically at this point you're just building up your listening post, but you're also keeping an eye on this generator, because once this generator gets done, we make our commissar.
Easy. Holding it will be hard.
I am on it.
I think even
Right, man.
some games,
Emperor guides
some good
galore.
players like Earn Beast will even prioritize the commissar over adding the priest on the command squad here. Basically, when this generator gets built, then you can do both.
We did it. Understood.
Where do you need
Because we're up against Tau, we will go Psycho first. Always go Psycho first against Tau because they have stealth suits and you need to detect them, otherwise they'll decap your points. And this is your only detection early game. So go for the Psycho first. Most other instances, go for the priest first. Add the Psycho, then Overwatch the priest, just so that you guaranteed Adam
By the Emperor.
once you can.
Worthy of my skill.
Ah, Commissar as well comes out, attach him to the squad.
I am on it.
Follow.
Then build up the last of your listening posts.
Sir, yes, sir. Let me lead the way.
And then we sort of just go in.
Take it at standing ready.
Just go in to the enemy base. It's better when the priest is added on, because then this command squad moves faster. At the moment they're quite slow, but the squad really excels once the priest is added on. They get a bit more mobility and can run away faster.
Obedience without hesitation.
So just continue building up listening posts.
Initiating construction.
You can upgrade one, I'd say max one, and build a second generator when you can.
Shall it be done?
I see a true servant.
So we got Vespids,
Stand your ground. A true
we got the Tau Commander.
never yields to doubt. That way lies
So he didn't go. I realized I was gonna explain like my strategy for against Tau, but I'll do that in another game. Right now I'm just explaining the basic. This is the utmost basic build order for Imperial Guard.
a true servant never yields to doubt.
This is the standard build, as they call it,
I will do as you ask.
and you just basically go around and
Fear
harass.
is naught.
We
My
can
faith is
find the Tau Commander again,
I will do
strip soul
as
him.
you ask. Drive them
That takes out like a quarter of his health almost.
It is my duty
And then we
to
come in
serve.
with some guardsmen, reinforce them up,
Honor to serve the Imperial.
and help out the command
I
squad a
am
bit.
on it. I am on it.
We did
As
it,
you
sir.
wish, so shall it
Build
be
that one
done.
up.
Where is his will?
Okay.
Do
We
as
lose
you
the general, so we have to be a bit careful now. I mean, the priest is still good. Oh, but the morale breaks, so just move away.
What is your wish?
Bring in our guardsmen to just support.
ask. Yes, sir. The hand of
Yeah, I
the
lose the
Emperor
priest as well,
guides
so that's
all.
not good.
What hero is
Always remake those commanders ASAP.
not accept this defeat?
But you don't want to try lose squad members just because they cost a lot of power, and remaking them will delay your tech. So be very careful about how you micromanage here.
Me? I will do as you ask. It is my duty to serve.
Where is his will needed?
You will
Just stay out of range of that. Tau Commander's
Where is his
gun.
will needed?
be my honor.
General's back, so we can go back in.
What is your wish? I will not fail. What is your wish? I stand ready to serve the payback. Orders
Kite these Vespids around. Now we can go tier 2. And while we're going tier 2, build another generator.
Require my skills. This able beast should get us there.
Oh.
It will be my honor.
So we killed the Tau Commander, nice. We can start hacking away at some generators.
will needed.
Thank you.
Oh, I didn't even finish the third generator. And then we make the Tactica as well.
It will only take me a moment.
Guardsmen also have decent melee damage with the bayonets. Can it's effective against most like tier 1 infantry.
To his foes! Only the faithful shall win the day.
The hand of the Emperor
Where
guides
is
all.
his
So
will
yeah,
needed?
just do some economy damage here.
The way.
If I'm up against Tau, I assume they go. Yeah. Have some repairman close by. Yeah. Is Dawn of War more casual, noob friendly compared to StarCraft? StarCraft is brutal online. I have honestly never played StarCraft, so I can't really comment on that.
Standing ready.
You honor me. On my soul it shall be done.
I would say it's more casual, noob friendly. I think so. Yeah.
As you wish, so shall
But
it
like
be
I said,
done.
never played StarCraft. But from what I know about StarCraft, it does seem pretty toxic. In Soulstorm, at least, we try to, especially like Duzzy and all those other like you know, notable like members in the community. We try to promote like positivity here,
By the Emperor,
so
it
that's
will
nice.
be done.
We're also kind of a small community too, so yeah. Is there some guideline as to when to upgrade your LPs? Yes, actually, kind of. So in tier 1, I would say max amount of LPs you should upgrade is 2. Because any more than that, you start to delay your attack a little bit. You're spending resources, like yes, you are increasing your rates, but you're also spending a lot of resources and you are delaying your attack a little bit. And the whole point is, especially with IG, is you want to you know, be ahead in tech as much as possible at all times. Luckily with IG we can garrison inside these listening posts, and that allows them to at least shoot where we need them. However, if you do need to upgrade your LPs, just upgrade any points where you how do I word this? Like, say for example, this is probably going to be the most where you're anticipating text. Okay, yeah. So you'd want to upgrade your points at the front. Like for example, I wouldn't upgrade this point. Like, there's no reason to. Like, it'll only be protecting this area, right? If I upgrade this point, it's gonna protect here. If I upgrade this point, it's gonna protect here. Watch this choke point. You want to upgrade the points at the front. And this one is probably also a good idea to upgrade as well. So you kind of have to choose. Maybe I can upgrade these two just because they're furthermost out, and this one I can just leave and defend it with my troops. Just defend this area with my troops instead. Is there some... Oh yeah, loved all of my Primarch portraits. Okay. All of them. Thanks, I guess. Favorite Primarch? Alpharius, obviously. Yep, so I think where I got up to was like I was going tier 2 and then I built the Tactica Control. Now I'm tier 2.
Where is his will needed?
I would have had the grenade launchers as well by now.
It is my duty to serve.
Added those suckers on.
Right, left.
But then, yeah, that... I was just showing you the opener there. From here we can, like I showed you in the previous part about strategy tips, from here just go for the priest, go for the mechanized command, get a chimera out, add the priest to your
It is
guardsman,
my duty to serve.
and then once all that is done, go for your researchers, satellite targeting, and then weapon specialization. Those are your primary focuses, just for that damage. And then while you're out and attacking, and you've got like a float going on, just build some defenses in your base. Build a turret. Build a few minefields. So this is standard. This is very standard. It just opens you up for weapon specialization basically, and priest / chimera. Yeah. If you don't want to do either of these things, you can just bunker up instead. Like I said, Imperial Guard are very good at this. You can say no to the chimera, whatever, and just start making heavy weapons teams instead. Just make that investment. Do your globals. Get your economy running. And yeah. Just make sure. I think bunkering in itself is kind of a whole play style on its own. You kind of got to get good at that too. You can't just be building like turrets anywhere. There has to be some kind of strategy behind it. Usually it's a good idea to build turrets so that it matches the line of sight of the listening post. So if I'm anticipating units going from this way and this way, I'd want to build it in more of this kind of position. Something like this. So that it's watching here. And it can also be backed up by the listening posts, and these two are also watching down here. This turret I think it is a bit too far forward, but it should be fine. I can also build another one like here.
challenge
Nothing will
worthy
get
of
Drop my heavy
skill.
weapons team next to the listening post and turret for extra defense. And then just lay down lots and lots of generators, get power going. Maybe make some basics as well. But yeah, standard build.
You called for some suppressive
Quick
fire?
recap. 2 guardsmen, 1 engineer, infantry command. Make the command squad. Get the priest unless you're against Tau or Elder. Then get the Psyker. Or Dark Elder as well, just for mandrakes. Yeah. Go harass. Get to tier 2 ASAP. Okay, so that's the standard build. I'm going to talk about the 3 guardsmen build now. So, as the name suggests, the 3 guardsmen build means it goes something like this. Just pause the game. You go 2 guardsmen, 1 builder, and then the 3rd guardsman. And the idea with this build is if you're playing maps that have a little bit more points than usual, I would say maybe more than 3 points around your base. So, for example, this has 4, right? 2 guardsmen is just going to be way too slow. And what if you get attacked as well? What if you get rushed early on? You have to free up some of those capping guardsmen just to deal with the threat. So when you make a 3rd guardsman squad, it helps with capping a lot more, and you just helps with map control. You capture the map faster. So let's take Space Marines for example, right? What? I didn't expect 3 guardsmen. Jagus, you were just using 2 guardsmen the whole time. This is actually a super important opening to learn. Let's take Space Marines as an example. Space Marines, you can make 2 scouts, right? And then from there, if you wanted to, you can make a Space Marine squad if you decide to go the Chapel Barracks. So that Space Marine squad doesn't have to worry about capping at all, right? It can go out and fight, no problem. The scouts can handle all the capping. With Imperial Guard, however, they just have guardsmen to start with. And if you only make 2 guardsmen squad, some of those guardsmen have to be capping, some of them need to be fighting, right? You're going to really split your forces a lot. And if you have only even just 1 guardsman squad capping, that's like way too slow, right? It's going to be way too slow in capping the map. So, I guess in a map like this, you can go 3 guardsmen, that's fine. Just because there's like 4 points around your base, plus the relic out here. But if the map, say, only has like 3 points around, yeah, 2 guardsmen should be enough.
Present and accounted for, sir. It is my duty to serve.
So here we go.
As you wish.
Same as usual. It's basically the same as the standard build. You just make an extra guardsman at the end. That's all. So get them to cap there.
Duty, sir.
And then once infantry command is done, make the command squad.
You will have it.
First post is captured. Just build a listening post straight away. You can actually get the tech priest to finish the generator first if you want. That's up to you. But I like to just get him started on the listening post straight away so that the second tech priest can start the generator here. And then when the 3rd guardsman squad comes out, they can probably even just start capping the relic straight away.
I will do as you ask.
So I'll just pause here. So that's where like guardsmen can sometimes struggle. It's with the relic, right? If you only have 2 guardsman squad, the relic takes a while to capture. If you only have 2 guardsman squads, the enemy can usually delay you capturing these relics. So it's usually better to have 1 extra squad capping the relic while your other 2 can go off and fight. A singular guardsman squad fighting on its own isn't really going to do much. So this is where the 3 guardsman squad can come in handy. And I think, if I remember correctly, when I was talking with Aaron Beast about this, he said he likes to go 3 guardsman squads specifically against Necrons, because you can use the 3rd squad to capture the Necron points on his side earlier on. So that's also handy. It's all about map control. That's what you're aiming for here. And plus, having an extra squad you know, could also help with like fighting too. So
Present and
3 is
accounted
always
for,
better than 2,
sir. It is my duty to
as the
serve.
ancient
As you wish,
sayings
so
go.
shall it be done. An easy matter for one of my
The only problem is you will be a little bit behind in resources, obviously, because that is an extra, what, 160. So the commissar will probably be delayed just a little bit.
Into the fray. Attack.
But that's
By
not
the
a
Emperor.
huge problem.
What now?
A challenge
You
worthy
could
of my
potentially risk not building a listing post just to get the commissar out. That's a bit of a risk to take, but I have seen it being played before. Otherwise, you could
As
wait
you
until
wish,
all your
so
listing
shall it be
posts have
done.
been like built
A challenge
before
worthy of
deciding
my
to make the
spirit.
commissar.
By the Emperor.
Like
you
so.
will have it.
Now we can even just go in
The
and
hand of the Emperor guides all.
cap the enemy
Into
points.
the fray. It is my duty to serve.
But yeah, having extra guys in the squad
You look at the size of
is always a good thing.
What are your orders?
So these two can now fight together while this one does the capping for me.
The hand of the Emperor guides all.
Get
A
the
true
sucker.
servant never yields to doubt.
Victory!
Commissar comes out, just attach him to the squad.
For the glory of the
And then now we just played out like we did with the standard build, get an extra generator.
A challenge worthy
If
of
such
my
is the
spirit.
Emperor's will. By the Emperor, you will have me lead the way.
Lose our priest,
I will do as you ask.
but we take out
Such is
the
the Emperor's will.
town commander.
Let me lead the way. Retreat, what do you want?
So yeah,
What do we do?
that's all there is to it.
I
At this
will
point,
not
just
accept
keep
this
getting your
defeat.
economy up.
Victory is assured.
Sir, yes, sir. It's an honor to serve the Imperial.
The whole idea is that extra guardsman squad will just be our capper. See how now we can keep capping while we're also fighting?
His will needed.
If I only had 2 guardsman squads,
By the Emperor will be done.
maybe just the 2 would be doing the fighting and no capping would get done. So this is why this is important. Economy is still very much an important part of playing this game.
As you wish, so shall it be done.
Cool. 3 guardsmen build. Pretty self-explanatory. Wait till we can hit tier 3. What else? Alright. What other builds are there? Okay. I think now we're going into kind of team game territory with this one. So we do have the options of fast grenade launchers. However, it's been like recommended to me that it's in 1v1s, it's probably not a good idea to do this.
Of course.
Just because when you go this opener, you can't make the command squad, so that means you don't have detection, which can be a big problem in some matchups. But basically what it is instead of the infantry command, you build the tactical control
Reporting for duty, sir.
first.
I am on it.
You up a generator as usual. Only 2 guardsman squads. Sorry, no, 3. You make 3 for this one. 2's alright, but it's better to have 3, and you can afford to have the 3rd one anyway, since you don't make
Present
the
and accounted
command squad
for,
here.
sir.
But yep. Once the tactic comes up, you can just start adding grenade
Such is the
launchers.
Emperor's will. What now?
Obviously the
I am on
launchers
Such is the Emperor's
require quite a bit of power, 15 power per grenade launcher, so you will need to get the generator up ASAP.
I hope a secret summons.
Sir, yes, sir.
But yeah, already at this stage of the game, we'll have grenade launchers, which can, you know, counter most tier 1 races, to be honest. Like, yeah,
If
it's pretty
such is the
crazy.
Emperor's will.
And like I mentioned, you will only really see this type of play in team games. You won't see this much in 1v1s. I think it can be countered pretty easily. This works in team games because you'll at least be supported by your allies. But in 1v1, it just won't
By
work.
the Emperor, you will have it.
But yeah, already we got
You
grenade
will have
launchers
it.
going.
I am on it. I
And
shall
so
have
basically, yeah, we just go without an infantry
it. A
command.
challenge worthy of my
Objective
as you
secured.
wish.
What
So
now?
shall it be done.
Go attack straight away. The long range
Executing your
means
orders,
like,
sir.
I don't think even fire warriors can outrange, tier 1 fire warriors can outrange grenade launchers. Oh, and then it's also a good idea to get the sergeant, because in this situation, the sergeant is your only way of like buffing your soldiers. Otherwise, I'll just die too quickly, and then like you'll have to remake the grenade
It's an honor
launchers,
to
and it
serve
gets
the
very
Imperium,
expensive.
sir. Eager for action, sir.
We can use our long range scanner
The enemy in my sights.
as well.
Eager for action, sir. You called, sir. Eager for action, sir.
One thing to watch out for as well is just the friendly fire
Get started.
on those grenade launchers.
Take the objective.
So when like Vespin's going to melee, we can't shoot them because the grenade launchers will just do friendly fire damage.
Capturing it was easy. Hold it. Keep in the
But you can already see, like in a one-on-one match with Tau, even the Tau commander can just kill off
sir.
guardsmen easily,
Eager for action, sir.
forcing them to remake the grenade launchers here.
His mouth to my ears, by the Emperor. You will have it. Executing your orders, sir.
But yeah, that's fast grenades.
Personally, sir.
When you start going tier 2, maybe then just make the infantry command. So it at least unlocks the commissar for you to make once you hit tier 2, and then you can go for that
By
execute
the Emperor. You will have it.
ability. Hey, the Batman, what's up, my dude? Glad you could catch this stream. Bit different from what I normally do, but I was hoping to, you know, educate some newer players on how to play Imperial Guard here. And yeah, so that's 3 fast grenades. Make Tactica Control first, make Generator, 3 Guardsman squads. Just
Executing your orders,
add the grenade
sir.
launchers ASAP. Try it in team games, it's actually very effective. More effective than going command squad first, so yeah, definitely give it a try. I would definitely recommend it. But 1v1's probably not. Probably not a good idea. The other build, this is probably like the last build, is like the fast turret rushing. So this only really works on small maps, like this map for example.
The machine spirits
So what you
are
do is
with
you just start like maybe
a challenge worthy of my
infantry
spirit.
command. You can make 1 guardsman squad first. Usually a good idea to do this just to, you know, get a squad capping early. But in some cases, players can go tech priest first. Basically, you just get the infantry command going.
Sir.
This is where timing comes in. When it's about like close to being done, you start moving your tech priest down. You want to get the timing right so that the infantry command gets built just as your
I am on it.
tech priest arrives at his designated spot.
I'll take care of the machine spirits.
Obviously, turrets only unlock once the infantry command is up. Make your second guardsman squad, obviously.
It was easy. Holding it will be hard.
My skill.
Generator,
Initiating
infantry
construction.
command gets put up. Make the command squad and then just drop the turret.
A challenge worthy
Close to your
of my
enemy base,
spirit.
maybe a bit closer.
But you require my skill.
Or just deny them like a strategic point or something.
Present and accounted for, if such is the Emperor's will. If such is the Emperor's will.
And then this is a strong opening because like if the turret gets attacked, the engine set can just repair it like super fast, right? They have super high repair speed.
As you wish, so shall it be done.
Sir, yes, sir.
So yeah, I think back in the Dark Crusade days when you could just build turrets without
Objective
making an
secured.
infantry command,
Now,
people would just do this build all the time because it was broken as heck.
we did it, sir.
How about the Chimera Rush? Is it still viable? Yeah.
We have the enemy.
Yeah,
in our
it is.
sights. Standing ready.
I see it get played still, and even in like 1v1 games, some like pro level 1v1s.
Require my skills.
By the Emperor, you will have it.
It will only take
So yeah, we
me
can just
a
hang around,
moment.
chill around here. Our opponents can't capture these points.
Let me lead the way.
We can run back for
Hand
defense.
of the Emperor guides all.
Sir, yes, sir.
Although we don't just want this tech priest idling
Of course.
the whole time. But that's the only downside, is you'll have to be spending resources just to keep the turret alive.
What are your orders? Executing your
So
orders,
yeah,
sir.
it's a bit of a risky one, but really pays off if your opponent can't capture his points. You'll be ahead in economy, and then hopefully just like win the game.
You require my skills.
So that's like a turret rush build for you.
Sir, yes, sir.
Just bear in mind what I was saying. Start either infantry command or tactica, and then right before it's about to be finished, just move your builder to the area you want to like put your turret up, and then have the second builder finish this building, and then make the turret. So it's all about timing, but you do want to just like get that turret up as quick as possible, because if some opponents, if they like know what's coming, if they know a turret rush is coming, they can counter it pretty quickly. So you have to kind of be quick.
As you wish, so shall it be done. As you wish,
Sweet.
so shall it be done.
So that's some early openers for Imperial Guard. I'm not really going into Chimera Rush or Hellhound Rush or any of those like builds. I feel like those aren't really viable 1v1 openers. But definitely like Chimeras, like, yeah, you see players make up to like 3 or 4, and yeah, those things are pretty strong. Okay, let's not restart. I feel like the AI will only do Vespids against IG, which is not actually the right build to do. Usually Tau players will either make Crew, or in most cases, in my experience, they always go for Fire Warriors. And for that one person that was asking like how to counter Tau, or what to do against them, I'll show you. Just bump the difficulty up a bit. Okay, this is my build order against Tau. It's actually just standard.
I'll take care of it, Lord.
So it's pretty standard here. Infantry
Initiating
command,
construction.
guardsmen. I think I go 3 guardsmen. Yeah, I go 3 guardsmen.
Will only take me a moment.
So the idea is you just want to be tying up their units as much as possible. Luckily, Imperial Guard have a lot of like melee focused units early on. So you've got the command squad and you've got commissars.
Present and accounted for.
Make the
sir.
commissar ASAP.
Will only take me
What are
a
your
moment.
orders? Sir, yes, sir.
Just cap some
Will only
points.
take me a moment.
We did it, sir.
Cap some points here.
I hear as you wish.
Build
so
a
shall it
generator.
be done.
Once the
All
command
right,
squad comes out,
standing ready.
now we
Time
can just
to
go
wage to war. A true servant
into his
never
base.
yields
Sir,
to
yes,
doubt.
sir.
We did it, sir.
and we'll actually get our
Here's more
3rd
duty to
guardsman
serve.
squad to help us as well. And I'm not gonna build any more listening
Reporting
posts
for duty,
because
sir.
I really want
By
the
Emperor.
commissar
You
out.
will have it.
We get our commissar out and we don't attach him.
The hand of the Emperor.
Because we're gonna use him as like
We've won.
a melee.
Will be stand your ground.
Oh, here we go. Okay, this is good. Yeah, yeah.
Hesitation.
So he made Fire Warriors, right? They're a bit bugged right now, but that's fine. We'll just show the build here. So we just tie them up.
Here
with the command squad, if the Tau Commander is out, we focus the Tau Commander first.
Yes, sir. Where is his will needed? If such
But now we send these guys in.
The hand of
So
the
Fire Warriors are being tied up
you've got.
against like a pro player.
Me lead the way.
They'll probably micro their Fire Warriors around, but we just keep chasing them.
Imperial Guard.
And then the Guardsmen can come in and like
Serve the Imperial.
shoot the fleeing like Fire Warriors. This is why I had to make Psycho first, because of these stealth suits.
What heroes?
I will do as you ask.
But yeah, these guys come in now. Commissar set to melee. And you use the Commissar to like tie up Fire Warriors. It's better to use the Commissar to tie up the Fire Warriors. Because if you had a Tau Commander, the Tau Commander can deal with the Commissar in a one-on-one pretty easily. So it's better to use the command squad to tie up the Tau Commander and then use
What is your wish?
the Commissar to tie up any Fire Warriors. And then this frees up your Guardsmen to just shoot wherever they want. He makes Kroot. Kroot are a little bit of a different story. You can't let them tie your... Gonna see. Excuse me. You can't have them tie up your Guardsman squad. Your Guardsmen will just lose.
Where is his will needed?
So you have to be careful with that.
Hand of the Emperor guides all.
Just keep running away from the Kroot and have your other units like your Commissar and Command Squad focus the economy buildings, and then the Kroot will be forced to deal with them. That'll give you the window of opportunity to support with your Guardsmen. So like right now, just run away. No need to engage in melee. As soon as the Kroot start focusing the command squad, we just shoot them with the Guardsmen. And rinse and repeat. So yeah, I don't actually know which build is more viable for Tau to do against IG, but in all the games that I've played, this is what I normally do. I usually make even like all three Commissars. I'll make all three, tie up all his Fire Warriors. I'll even make extra Guardsman squads. Spam Guardsmen, just reinforce them up to full squad capacity. And I'm not even like focusing on my economy all that much. I'm just trying to end the game, right? I'm just tying up the Fire Warriors, shooting them down with the Guardsmen. And then, yeah, so Fire Warriors come out, just tie them up straight away. They become useless. Get the Guardsmen to add some fire support here. And you should be able to get rid of the Fire Warriors easily. They might try to retreat, you just intercept them. Just run to where they're retreating to and then intercept them, and then they're gonna die. If you quickly need to finish them off, just switch your command squad to range and he can just shoot them off. And then you don't have any of that annoying like disruption, knockaround. What is going on here? Holy crap. So yeah, that's how you deal with Tau. Obviously, they will try to upgrade their listening posts. So listening posts will also need to be dealt with. Usually the command squad can take care of them pretty quickly. That priest damage, man, is so intense. But yeah, so this is how you deal with Tau. In my experience, this has worked a lot. There was one game I had where my opponent went, I think he spammed Kroot, and there wasn't much I could do about it. And then before I knew it, he got to tier 2 and completely out-teched me. So yeah, if you don't end the game quickly, you'll probably get out-teched. Cool. But in almost every situation against most other races, the build you would want to go for is the standard build and the 3 Guardsman build. 3 Guardsman build if you need map control quickly. Otherwise, the standard build will do fine in just about every other matchup. I think Chaos is one of the hardest matchups for IG. I'm still trying to figure out how to beat them. All they do is, especially the good players, they just they make a turret in their base and then they go for nade cults, and that's so hard to deal with. I'm not sure. Aaron Beast did beat Dentist once. I don't know how he did it. I think he just that guy works, man. I don't know how he did it. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know how he did it, but he beat Dentist as Chaos, and he was IG. So that man works miracles sometimes, but I think more often than not he does lose more against Chaos in most cases. So you kind of have to play IG perfectly to win. But yeah, what do you guys think? Any races in particular you might want to... By the way, the same thing I did against Tau, you can do against Alder as well. It's not as successful. Alder is a little bit harder to deal with because of the fleet of foot. So yeah, you kind of have to be careful with them. If all else fails, just retreat, bunker up, and tech up. That's how you play the race. I am getting so tired, guys. Holy crap. I felt like I've talked for so long. It's almost been 3 hours. I've tried to empty as much knowledge as I've accumulated from playing IG for the last 2 months or so. Well, as I remember, what I did was rushed with one guardsman squad and command squad just to delay him. I tried to wipe out cultists first. Ah, I see. Okay. That was against your Chaos game, right? Okay. I've tried that as well, but then, like, the turret, some Chaos players just dump turrets and then they can hide around the turret, and then suddenly rushing them is not as easy, but yeah. It's a very, like, cost-effective strategy for Chaos. The cultists do plenty of damage on their own. And yeah, you can just build up generators. Go tier 2 quickly. Yeah, Chaos has some crazy tricks. That's right, mate. Glad it helped in some way. I'll probably try to take this live stream, and if I can, and YouTube, just chop it up. Maybe just make it more streamlined. Add some chapters in there so people can find certain parts easier. I'm sure I must have missed some stuff, but I was just purely speaking straight from the mind, so yeah. Any pros watching feel like I might have missed anything, please let me know. Oh yeah, fair. My bad experience with Chaos is this one player that entire rush against me when I was new. Yeah, true. Thanks for the stream, man. I'll watch it from the start. Ah, oh, nice. And he followed me through lobbies just X. Wow, that's scummy, dude. I might see if I can get a game in, maybe, just as IG. Terrible map of choice, this guy, though. Eden is a very IG favored map, but let's just do it just for fun. Oh, he's gonna go IG too. Let's see if we can pull this off. I think he knows. I think he knows the strat.
I shall hurry.
So I'm gonna go for the second tech breach straight away. Because what we want to do is we want to build the infantry command right here. Yeah, so he's gonna do the same. His is gonna build faster than mine right now, unless I can build it with the 2, but I think he's doing that as well, right?
Will only take me a moment. only take me a moment.
Let's just try it.
Present and
Okay, so mine actually built first.
Worthy of my skill.
by the Emperor. You will have it.
He's gonna hide inside,
Here he come!
but I'm gonna get the turret up first.
As you wish, so shall it be done.
Command squad on the way.
Sir, yes,
I'm just
sir.
gonna go ahead and... Yeah, so he's putting 2 squads inside.
Reporting for duty, sir, yes,
I
sir.
think I should be fine here. 3 squads now. Okay, that might be a problem. We'll see if I can get this up and repair it.
Worthy of my skill.
Time to wage to war. Sir, yes, sir. It will be my honor. A true servant never
Oh.
yields to doubt.
Don't want our command squad to die.
We did it, sir.
Gotta get out there quick. Oh, that was close.
I am honored that you require my skill.
What are your orders?
Okay, let's just try fight now. Yeah, so we can actually repair the infantry command here.
What are your orders? Keep in formation.
Ah, we're gonna lose it. Okay, that's not good.
Shall it be done? The machine spirits are
We lost it because we didn't have power, I just realized. I totally skipped the power generator.
Duty to serve. Is that the best you've got?
But this guy's definitely... seemed like new, but he's not.
By the Emperor, you will have it.
He knows what is up.
I will watch. The hand of the Emperor guides all.
Okay, so we'll just add...
The hand of the Emperor guides all. By the Emperor, you will have it. If such is the Emperor's will.
will only take me a moment.
It
Add the
will
priest.
Be my honor. Let us be on our way. My honor.
Yeah, let's hide inside.
I am honored that you require my skill.
Actually, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna get the...
I will do as you ask.
See if I can harass with the
Obedience without
command squad.
hesitation.
As you wish, so shall it be done. I am honored that you require my skill.
Standing ready.
Oh.
Standing ready.
We might be able to get a free generator here.
In your fury.
Thank you, as you wish, so shall it be done.
Yeah, because now he's forced to split his units across the buildings.
Spare none.
So now this infantry command's completely open.
Standing ready. That way lies
Yeah, we'll let him repair it, but it's fine.
is north. My
He's gonna lose the infantry command now.
A true servant never yields to doubt.
Will only take me a moment.
The hand of the Emperor guides all. Understood. Fear is north.
I am on it.
My faith is strong.
Nice.
Standing ready. A true servant never yields to doubt. Led by the Emperor. You will have it. Right, led. Executing your orders, I will do as
Building
you
a turret. Oh, infantry command. Let's just harass. Oh, he's tier 2. Okay.
into the
And he leaves.
fray. Attack.
He went tier 2 super early.
My duty to serve. Hold the line.
For some weird reason.
I will do as you ask.
Big mistake. No economy.
I am honored that you require my skill.
But yeah, he probably thought it was gonna be a funsies like lol Eden like
It's an honor to
IG
serve
favorite
the
map,
Imperial
but
son.
I knew better than
Keep
him,
in
so
formation.
I guess I'm acting a bit smug, you could say. But yeah, the difference was I made the command squad, so I could have... Oh, whoops. Can turn that off, right? Yeah. I had the command squad, so I was lucky I could do some harass, and he was forced to leave his infantry command exposed. And once he lost that, lost the game, basically. Yeah, IG, super fun race to play. If you want to play the race, watch the beginning of this video. I explain it in great detail, to my knowledge, how to play the race. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I might call it here. Thank you all for coming along and hearing me ramble. Thanks, Luce. Love you. Have a great day. Thanks. Have a great night. Yeah, I'm about to head to sleep now. 1 in the morning. Alright, shot guys. Peace.